It's Tuesday, June 14, and you're listening to the Next Level Podcast, episode 27. I'm Emin Basavan. With me is the devious John Danho.
Devious.
And we have the erotically charged RXZ.
Erotically charged.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man?
Not much, man. There's just so much going on nowadays, you know? Trying to get a
Yes.
grip of reality as I know it. And
Virtual reality, some might say?
yeah, there is a lot of digital, virtual, analog reality. Dog.
Every bit of reality. Too many games, man. I'm overwhelmed.
Why are there too many games?
E3
Yes.
2016.
E3.
E3, it's the big week. It's been happening. It started a little early this week, so day -1, as people are calling it, was on Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it's been going little by little. It's been going, still going.
And it's still going to keep on going. I feel like it's just a hype train, man, for so much.
It is a hype train.
So far, it's been, I feel like it's been a fantastic E3, man. Like, a lot of really cool stuff has been announced. A lot of stuff that I feel like all three of us are pretty hyped for.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know I am. There's
yeah, no.
some cool stuff.
Yeah, there's
Without a
definitely a
doubt.
couple of games that overlap in our hype meter.
Yeah.
Hype meter, dude.
But you know what I'm really hyped for?
And beer.
Yeah.
I was about to say, before we get into E3, let's have a few sips of this.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, today I brought some Kirin Ichiban. And it's Kirin Ichiban malt, 100% malt. And on the bottle it says brewed for good times. Brewed for just balling a hardcore and being a baller. So basically when I was in Japan, I tried like a ton of beer, tons of different kinds of beer that I'd never tried in my life before. As you guys well know, and as our first episode is evidence of, Sapporo is my all-time favorite Japanese beer.
For sure.
And my all-time favorite beer.
Yeah.
I give that a straight 10 out of 10 any day, mostly due to sentimental reasons. It doesn't have to be an objectively good beer or anything, but
Indeed.
to me it like means a lot. But Kirin Ichiban is actually up there too. Like, it's probably one of my second favorite or it's my second favorite beer,
Nice.
a Japanese beer. So very good shit,
Man,
dude.
well, I'm very excited. I don't think I've tried this before. So, cheers,
All right.
boys.
Cheers, boys. This is
Right on.
This is to me like a good old 8 out of 10. I
Dude, it's a
really
very
like
light
this
beer.
It's very
Very
light.
tasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chock full of flavor. It like really opens you up. Doesn't feel like it's overstaying its welcome at all.
Yeah.
Goes down like smooth. A+.
Like, this is totally a beer that you can just have anytime.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not heavy at all. It's nice. Though. Well, what's the percentage on it? I'm like, I bet it's like 4.
Man, I don't even know how much because they usually don't put the percentages on these Japanese beers.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Oh no, they do. Oh, it's 5%. So it's
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say
run of
somewhere
the,
around
average, a little less than average potency, but
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, no, man. It's fantastic.
It's
dude.
solid.
It's super tasty.
Very light, dude. Like, there's nothing about it that is too much for me to
It's
handle.
fluffy. It's nice and fluffy.
Yeah. I would compare this to the same drinkability as a Coors. To me, that's a compliment, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's
I
just
know.
something that I can just chill back and just
It is.
enjoy.
Yeah, I think it is like almost of that sort of beer in Japan. It's just like a casual beer that you just pick up, even though they drink a lot of Sapporo over there. But yeah, man, I love this beer. Like,
Yeah.
I really do.
No, yeah, it's fantastic, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only Japanese beer I don't like is Suntory, dude. I don't like Suntory at all.
That's funny.
Why is
'cause
it like a
my-
bit heavier?
It's just bad. It's
my
like
head likes
Sure.
Suntory, right?
it's like the Bud Light of fucking Japan, dude.
My head likes Suntory, doesn't he?
Yeah, dude, he does. He loves
That's
Suntory.
a Steam name.
Yeah, it's a Steam name.
Suntory time.
Suntory time. Dude, they have like it's not only beer, they have like coffees, they have other like weird shit, you know, like
What,
drinks
for
and stuff.
Suntory?
Yeah, Suntory is like a huge company that have whiskeys, coffees, this stuff.
Yeah, dude, I thought it was a whiskey. So there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, and the whiskey's okay. Like the Suntory whiskey's okay, but they have like these vending machines, these Suntory vending machines just in the like on street corners and stuff. And it's Suntory coffee and it says like the boss of them all since like 1976.
Oh,
That's
shit.
their tagline for their coffee. The boss of them all since like 1976.
That's pretty
Like,
boss.
okay, dude.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah, no, dude.
I'd give this a solid. I would have said 8 out of 10, but it's just not so special.
Yeah.
You know, 8, 9 out of 10s are for like beers that have very unique taste to them. This one's just real casual, like you said. So I guess a 7 out of 10 serves it right.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Arig. I would also give this a 7. Like, it's a great beer, but I feel like 8s and 9s are like exemplary, kind of
Yeah.
like just
All right.
decently, like, you know, like a beer ass fucking beer.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
This
you
is
say,
a very pleasant beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pleasant. Like for me, it would probably also be a 7 out of 10, but the sentimentality just brings it up 1 point, like
Yeah.
1 full point for me. So a lot of good memories associated with drinking this.
Sure.
Pretty much, yeah,
Makes
man.
sense.
Yeah, dude, I love this shit. Every beer's got something I associate it with, I suppose. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. What about Blue Moon?
Blue Moon. I love Blue Moon, man. Blue
Blue
Moon's
Moon is
like
great.
What do you
Yeah.
associate with it?
I
though?
associate that with you, dude. It's your favorite beer. You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking
times.
funny shit, dude. Yeah, Blue Moon's great. They have great seasonals. They have like amazing like their ginger and cinnamon beers are fantastic. But yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, I associate the banana bread with you.
Oh yeah, dude. That's a good one, man. I had that yesterday. I just had like a bottle yesterday. It was
Nice.
yeah, it was good.
I'm afraid to ask. What do you guys associate me with?
Coors.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, bro.
Marmite?
Pretty much.
Turkish
Marmite.
peppers.
Yeah.
No, I
Just
associate
good things.
You dug
any good thing?
You dug your own grave, man.
No, I would say like beer wise, like probably stouts, because I know you love stouts. So anytime I see a stout, I think to myself, I wonder if this is like Emin's thing, or let me taste it. Like maybe from his perspective, would
Nice.
he dig it? So, like,
Right
yeah,
on.
no, I like your stout enthusiasm. So yeah, man.
Very good.
Yeah, dude, your stout enthusiasm. Have you ever had a
Stout.
fucking? Have you ever had like like an account for a game with like dwarves? Make your account name like Stout Enthusiasm and play
That-
dwarves. And that'd be fucking funny, dude.
Well, one of my dwarves in WoW is M the Stout. So
Ah.
there you
Wow. That's perfect.
go. Yep.
Fuck yeah.
I have a
dude.
panda called M the Hungry.
You have a what?
I have a panda.
Oh,
M the Hungry.
I'm
Nice,
hungry.
dude.
Nice.
just getting fat and making. What is he, a monk?
He is a
Oh,
monk.
there you go, dude.
Very
He's just a
good.
hungry monk.
Yeah.
Makes
Nice.
sense. Like Goku. He's always hungry.
Always, dude.
Is he really?
He eats a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's
Good
like
for him.
entire episodes of like him like dealing with his appetite.
Humongous
basically.
appetite.
I don't understand that show.
Bro, I don't need to
I
hear
don't
that
get it.
shit.
Yeah, well, let's not get. We'll have our own DBZ podcast that I can shit on it all I want. That's
Ah.
all.
You're not
Oh,
going to be
man.
on that one.
But but we have a lot to talk about
We do.
this week.
Yeah, man.
A
And
lot of
before
good
we get
stuff.
into E3 talk, very quickly, I want to address Overwatch
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Oh, the patch.
because the patch just came out,
Indeed.
and McCree got nerfed, which
He
was
did.
something that everyone was asking for.
Nerfed and buffed, though.
Yeah, nerfed and
to
buffed,
keep it
balanced.
So
Yeah.
it was just tweaked, yeah. Balance tweaked, yeah.
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 Huge damage decrease on his alternate fire,
Mhm.
but also all around increase on speed of reload.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like I was looking, it goes from the reload speed increased by, I want to say like 70% or
A
like some
lot.
crazy amount. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It almost
it's-
doubled. Yeah.
Mhm. So it's interesting, man. So you can you could right click and just within,
Yeah.
like very quickly just be ready for another right click.
So
Even though
essentially,
they do less damage.
exactly. So essentially, his burst is reduced, but his DPS
sustain
sustain
goes
over
up a little bit,
time
yeah.
is perhaps even more.
Oh,
I
no.
don't-
I think
Maybe.
that's better, man. I think that fits him a little better. Like he's just supposed to kind of constantly be on you, constantly be pelting you. He's a slinger. He's a fucking
Yeah,
gunslinger, like
exactly.
a Wild West gunslinger. You know?
Each
like,
bullet shouldn't be doing a tremendous amount of damage, but you should have a lot of bullets.
Mm.
flying,
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's the wise way to deal with him.
I agree.
Mercy's got kind of unintentionally wrecked,
Yeah.
man.
The bug
that
fix.
sucks.
Yeah.
Bug fix.
No,
as if it was
totally
a bug.
fix. Absolutely.
I don't know. It could have been like.
No,
a-
I don't want to say it's not necessarily a bug, but it was something that should not have been happening.
True.
It was
That's-
unintuitive.
that's
It's
what they
weird.
mean.
It doesn't
Yeah.
match with like there's no consistency almost like with how you would imagine her abilities to work, and then that little oversight where
Yeah.
you gain alt charge
Yeah.
when they attack shields and ice walls. That doesn't really
They
make too
didn't
much
intend
sense.
it. That's why it's
Yeah.
a bug.
Yeah.
Or although it could potentially work, it doesn't like make sense in my head that you would gain charge
Like-
by killing like a barrier.
The
on
barrier
a
makes sense.
Reinhardt.
Maybe not ice wall, but
maybe
barrier
not
makes-
ice wall. That could be
yeah.
exploited a little bit.
No, I feel
don't think
like
so?
wait.
Even
So
ice
like
wall?
right now, if you attack the ice wall with
Not right now anymore. but
exactly.
yeah, before when Mercy was giving damage boost to someone, and
I
they
think
were
I think it totally makes sense to get rid of that.
to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying though, if you I agree, like it doesn't work like it's consistent wise, but I think for the Reinhardt shield,
Mhm.
I think that might be like a justifiable. Like I can make an argument
you're
for why
damaging
a
the Reinhardt shield,
makes sense.
yeah.
Ice wall
'Cause
though,
you're-
no, dude, it makes
Because you're
no
doing
sense.
more damage to the Reinhardt shield, and that makes a difference. And the Mercy's the one helping you do that. So her getting nothing on her ult.
Sure.
you
No,
know?
yeah, that makes sense. But for
Yeah.
the ice wall, like whether you attack it or not, it's still gonna stay there for like the 5 seconds it's there
Yeah.
for.
No, it gets
Oh
destroyed.
yeah, it can. Just little
can?
sections of it can get destroyed.
No,
yeah.
you can destroy the whole
Oh,
thing.
right on.
Like if a Roadhog ults, the whole wall gets destroyed almost immediately.
Okay. Well, interesting.
Yeah.
Something that's
You can- I don't know,
can
yeah.
blast
News to
her- Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever, man. They fuck that.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
Mercy should be the top.
Widow
everything.
got
Buff.
nerfed. Widow got nerfed like head to toe.
Oh, I feel like she got balanced a little bit because her headshot damage went up.
No, it didn't.
Yes.
It stayed exactly the same. her headshot damage stayed exactly the same. They reduced her base damage
Mhm.
and then upped her headshot damage from 2 times to 2.5 times.
Oh, okay, that's what I read.
In
Okay.
order to keep
But her
headshot
base
damage,
damage
the same.
went down.
Yeah, but her base damage went down so that body shots do less damage. So one thing was
That
Zenyatta doesn't
is-
get one shot
Exactly,
anymore.
that's an indirect buff to Zenyatta.
Everyone's
and Tra-
celebrating on the
and,
subreddit.
and
subreddit.
Tracers as well.
Like
Yeah.
on the subreddit, people were celebrating, saying it's like, "Oh, Zenyatta added as a new hero."
Yeah, Zenyatta's
funny, dude.
rejoice. Tracers also were getting very happy because they also get one shot with body shots,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
100%
Yeah.
energy. So yeah,
It's good, man. I mean, like honestly, Widow is like dominates, dude. Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of, I mean, defense maps. If you're on a
In
defense,
the right
portion-
hands, man.
That's
in the
what
right hands,
they said
a
that.
widow can just like you know,
yeah.
very difficult to deal with.
If you're like a pro FPS player and you have Widow in Overwatch, it's gonna feel like you're 1v6ing the whole enemy. team.
And she has wall hacks, dude.
Yeah, and they nerfed that as well.
Yeah, they nerfed that
Yes.
too, dude. That's the most intense part. Like for headshot damage, body damage, sure, whatever. That ult, fuck me, dude. That wall hack gives you so much information
does.
about like for your team.
Yeah.
Even not you necessarily, but your entire team benefits on it directly.
Mm-hmm.
It influences like such a multitude of decisions moment by moment that it's easy to take for granted the wall hack being there.
Yeah.
So now that it charges more slowly, I want to see how that influences the dynamic of our games moving
It
forward.
changes everything. Yeah.
Yeah, changes a lot.
I mean, I'm all about
predict-
flanking. So
I predict a lot less widows and a lot more Hanzos. Because their wall hack is on a 15-second cooldown.
it is true. Maybe
So-
I've seen a couple of Widows already, and I was surprised. Maybe people are picking up the challenge to say like, Widows
see how it is,
still
yeah.
potent or whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I'm sure she's still potent,
She
man.
is.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
sure,
of
like still in
course.
the right
She
hands,
is.
like you could just like
Of
wreck
course.
the entire
Any
team.
sniper, bro, any sniper in those kind of games is going to be like an
Yeah.
integral part of most team compositions.
Yeah.
If you want to win, I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't want to win, yeah, okay.
But no, like seeing balance changes like this, like so quickly after release,
Yeah.
is a very
Breath of
promising
fresh air,
thing.
dude.
Yeah,
Breath
it's
of
good.
fresh air, yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
there was gonna be more, like Diva getting buffed. I heard rumors.
Yeah, man,
of-
like they promised the Diva buff.
but
maybe
only
later.
2 heroes.
Maybe later, yeah.
Maybe later, yeah. I'm
Did they add any skins? Did they add any
No,
skins?
I didn't read
No.
anything about any skins, man.
Fuck.
No,
You're
I'm-
saving,
I mean,
huh?
they're gonna
Yeah,
do
I'm
this
saving
often.
for something. I have all the skins that I want,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
opened up a legendary skin for Zarya last night,
Which
so
one?
very
dude?
the
nice.
Arctic one.
Oh, that's
that
the, that's
which
one
is
of
a good
the best
one.
one.
Yeah,
I hate the
congrats.
punk one. The goth ones, I
Mhm.
don't like them.
Yeah. So like I have no reason to buy anything.
For
so
sure.
I'm
There
just
was-
waiting.
dude.
There was another bit of a nerf to Widow as well. So her scope animation, when you
Yes.
unscope, you were able to rescope immediately, which allowed for quick scoping.
Do you remember that one game? I think it was last night or the night before. There was this one
Widow that got
widow
play
that
the
kept
game.
on doing that. Just
Yeah.
got that play of the
Yeah.
game by killing 4 of
Exactly.
us just by quick scoping.
Yeah. So now you can't do that
Yeah.
anymore. You have to wait for the whole animation to unscope before you can rescope again. So I thought that was a very clever nerf to her, and it's going to be very good.
We'll see, man. No, Overwatch.
We'll see.
They announced 10 million players and going strong.
Yeah.
That is fucking nuts.
Yep.
That's a huge.
It's another World of
I
Warcraft.
am
dude.
very curious to see WoW's number right now. I want to see if that changed at all.
probably like
Subscribers?
5 million,
Yeah.
dude.
I bet people are still
I've-
subscribed, just not actively playing.
Hmm.
Like I'm fucking subscribed.
Sure.
You know,
I'm
so
subscribed for like a couple more days.
yeah, I'm one
Right.
of the people's on the list.
Cool.
There you go. So I'm sure their numbers are still strong.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 5 million.
I honestly think that those numbers haven't dropped at all.
Almost.
I
none.
think- yeah.
like
I feel like the
8, 9
people.
million?
I feel like the people that still play WoW will always play WoW.
Probably. I pre-ordered fucking Legion expansion, dude. So when that shit comes out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be playing it.
No, for sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna get it myself, dude. I
Don't
mean,
mind.
I subscribed for this month, as you guys know, and I played a little bit. We didn't get to play enough.
It's a
But
whole lot of fun though.
It's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna get back into it when the expansion's ramping up. For now, I don't really care. It was
Yeah.
just for fun for like a week or two, and then
Yeah.
drop it for now. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
of good
man.
shit to
I'm
play
excited,
otherwise.
dude. I'm definitely gonna join you guys. So,
Very nice.
Yeah.
We have a clan.
well, we did.
It's
Do we
called
really?
3 monks and a lock.
Okay.
Because we're 3 monks and a lock.
That's terrible.
We're all dwarves, dude.
No, we're gonna need a name change.
Alright,
Well,
man.
yeah. If we add more people, yeah, for sure, we're gonna need it. It was just us 3 and Sean. It was me,
right on.
Areg, Hike, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fun shit.
All right, man. Let's get
Very
into
good.
the.
All right, yeah.
this
Let's get
brass
to the meat of
tacks.
it. So,
Yeah.
at this beginning part before we hit our break, how about we just talk about a few games that we're all hyped for? Because there's a lot of games announced, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm personally very excited for.
You want to start first, then?
Yeah. So one of the games that I am very excited for, which I believe Areg, you two are in my boat, maybe sort of, is We Happy Few.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that trailer, they put out a new trailer, but the trailer has been floating around for a little bit. And could you explain what it is, Areg?
The game itself or the trailer?
Just what the game
Okay,
is.
so the game, it's like different from what the trailer is and what I saw in the gameplay. So judging the game based off the trailer itself, it's like a psychological thriller game. Like the storyline seems to be like some scary shit is going on, and you're taking like happy pills to make all that shit go away. It's like putting on the nightmare goggles or taking them off, right? So what ends up happening is the protagonist just decides like not to take the pill. And in the trailer, it actually, there's a moment where it gives control to the player, and you can see the option of not taking the pill and trying to remember, or take the pill. So in the trailer, they just don't take the pill, but I wonder what happens if you take the pill, right?
Then everything looks fine.
Right, everything looks fine, and you just keep
Pinata,
going.
dude.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
That's what made the trailer for me. That whole scene. But I go get to
Yeah,
that.
that was
right
that
now.
was the climax.
Yeah, it
So
was.
in the once I watched gameplay, I realized that the trailer actually looks a little misleading because you can't really tell what the mechanics of the game are going to be based off the trailer. In my head, I was not expecting the gameplay to be like an open worldish, or like you said, roguelike sort of survival game, where you would be scavenging and like collecting things and getting resources, and you're trying to craft things and craft a bunch of different items and whatnot, and try to survive and hide from the happy fanatics. So the idea behind it is phenomenal, and the trailer itself was absolutely like interesting
Dude,
as fuck.
I mentioned it right now, but like that pinata section where they're beating the pinata, and it's like a kind of like a nice happy little party that they're having, but then he has that little vision because he's not taking the happy pills. He can see kind of the truth of reality or whatever as it stands.
Exactly.
And all they're doing is fucking beating a rat and then drinking the blood, thinking it's pinata candy.
Yeah.
That's some fucking trippy shit, dude. Like, if that was just like a short film or something, like I would be so super interested in something like that, dude. Like, that's a really intense and weird idea. And then, like, I thought the voice acting was like phenomenal of like the chick in the trailer, like her British accent, and then your guy talking and stuff like that. Like, I thought it was all like on the money. Everything was very good.
It is like an indie-like game, so it doesn't have like Skyrim graphics or anything. So it does a really good job of balancing all of that out with other things like the audio and the voice acting and the storyline. And I hope they really flesh out the storyline, man. I want to know what they have in store for that kind of idea.
So from what they've said, like there is a story, but that's not the main point of it. It is like you said, it's an open world survival game, but it's also a roguelike. And that's the thing that kind of, like catches my interest.
I like roguelikes, dude. They're very weird. It's a very weird niche genre that I think is just as successful. Like that raw RNG difficulty that you can still surmount and conquer is very appealing. Like when you're just playing a game like that.
I like about roguelikes. Like I like it's meant to be played in like short spurts.
Yep.
Like you have one run or two run in, and then like you step away from it. But you take the knowledge from what you've played in those runs, and then you add it on to subsequent runs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I like roguelikes, but so I feel like the tone of the game is what is making people confused about what the game is really about.
Yeah.
Because it's very Bioshocky.
Exactly. From the trailer, I thought Bioshock.
Yeah.
But from the gameplay, I thought 7 Days to Die. And I've mentioned this before, this game. And Bioshock and 7 Days to Die, absolutely different games.
Yeah.
Like, have nothing to do with each other. So that's why I had that disconnect with the trailer and the gameplay.
The tone of the game is very deceiving.
Yeah.
But I feel like the gameplay, though, it seems interesting, man. Like I'm very interested to see.
I am as
what
well.
this game is all about.
How they flesh it all out. It's just that I did play 7 Days to Die, and it was like so many similarities as I was watching
know, man.
the gameplay.
Like I don't think that's a fair comparison. I feel like they're different games.
I mean, they are different games, but have you played 7 Days to Die?
I have not.
I have played a lot of it.
Okay.
And right off the bat, when he started looting things, when I started seeing like the crafting and like the inventory and a lot of like the things in the game, I saw a lot of similarities. It was almost like if 7 Days to Die was done by a better company that looked a lot better, it would almost be like We Happy Few,
Well,
Not that
maybe they take that formula and they perfect it.
Yeah,
Who knows?
exactly.
Yeah,
I don't mean it as an insult at all. I mean it as a compliment. I love 7 Days to Die. I love that whole like survival, open world survival. I love that shit. I eat that shit up all the time. So I hope they do well with this. I just want to see more of the story.
It seems like the rough gem or the unpolished gem of E3 thus far is We Happy Few. Like it definitely has like a more silent hype to it. It's like people are kind of cautious
Cautiously
around
hyped.
it. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
cautiously hyped because this is out of nowhere almost, and it's been kind of percolating for, I think, like, Oleg, you said one of the trailers you watched or gameplay things you watched was like from 10 months ago or something.
Yeah,
like
11 months ago.
I mean, that's probably been in the general sphere of at least people's periphery for some time, and then now that it's right on the main stage and not really everybody knows how to react to it, I suppose. I think that's probably the main vibe that it's giving
Yeah,
off,
man.
is no one knows.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea behind it is great, but then there's things that make you second guess, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if it's really going to be good. And you say it's on the main stage, but July 26th, it's just going to enter early access as far as
Yep.
we understand.
That's a big
Long way to
deal,
go.
though.
Yeah, long way
Like,
to go until that game even
Such
comes
a
close
long way to
being
go,
complete.
man.
I don't know. That speaks to a lot of confidence. If you're running a game at E3 as like one of your main things for Xbox One and PC, I think are the two platforms it's going to be on. I could be wrong, but at least Windows 10 and Xbox One is what it said.
Yes.
And so if you're running a game like that, your trailer and gameplay and stuff, and you're featuring it at one of the biggest annual conferences of like this type
Yeah.
that's happening this year in 2016, and you're doing that to precede your early access, that's a fucking huge deal, dude. That means you have some confidence and some balls to say our early access is going to be done right.
I agree.
Our early access game is worth it, worth your time, worth your attention, worth the hype. That's a big fucking statement to make, dude, at E3.
It
That's
definitely
huge.
shows dedication at
Yeah.
the very least.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
they
mean,
might.
you're like staring at me like,
No, yeah, no, I'm
this
just-
guy's like fucking nuts. bro.
like, what are you talking
You
about?
straight up looking at me like I'm speaking like some
Oh, sorry,
fucking
man. No, I
satanic
was
verse.
just- was totally in thought.
What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about We Happy Few, man. Like I was
Yeah.
literally just flashing back to that fucking trailer. Like it's
Yeah.
it's something.
I watched
Yeah.
the trailer
I
like
recommend
5 times.
everyone. Yeah, like I recommend listeners. If you haven't seen the trailer for We Happy Few for what came out of 2016 at E3, check out our website.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
up.
it's one of the
Um,
top posts right now, and
yeah.
probably even still by Thursday when this is out.
Like you
so.
said,
Yeah.
it was like a short story.
it's
the trailer
I
itself.
could just watch it as like a short film, dude.
But like that's I think the gameplay is going to reflect that because it's
I
a
hope
roguelike.
so.
It's a roguelike, and each time you spawn in the same place in this burned out village, and then you start after you take a little bit of time. Like that's the starting zone. You spend like 10 minutes there, and then you get out into the city, and the city is random. Every single time it's random. You meet different NPCs.
yeah,
You meet different stories. There is a story, but each time that you play, the story is slightly different.
yeah.
Okay.
I can
So
definitely.
you
jive
get
with
like
that.
different snippets of story every time you play. Like it's a very interesting idea, and I'm very curious to how they address it.
Yeah,
because
man,
it
we'll
seems
see.
like a very cool way of telling a story.
It is. And I love the whole element of when you're taking the happy pills, the world starts changing around you. And it's almost like,
So it's a mechanic, like whether
Yeah.
you see the truth or you're safe.
yeah. And I feel like you're going to have to maybe balance that in order
Absolutely.
to be able to advance through the game,
Yeah.
to know when to be on the happy pill and when
Yeah.
not to be.
Very interesting
Yeah.
mechanic.
It is.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm very curious to see how they approach
Yeah.
this.
Same.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys know I'm not always the biggest early access fan, but this is the one actually that I'm considering maybe spending my money on and supporting because of that
Interesting.
confidence that I mentioned. Like, it just seems like it might be worth the time.
I'm going to give it a little bit of more time and see what
Yeah.
like people
Yeah, of course.
No,
are
I'm
playing
with
and
you,
saying-
Arik. I'm gonna wait and see just how people receive it.
Yep.
The
And
longer
and
the
how
wait,
it-
the
how it
better.
is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the longer you wait, the better, it's
better,
gonna
yeah.
be.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Another game that I am stupidly hyped for, even though I know very little about it. It's Death Stranding,
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude.
which is Kojima's new game.
Did you
um,
see like how they announced that whole thing? Did
yeah,
you
like
watch
he was walking on.
fucking Andrew
What
Wilson comes out? Yeah, okay, so it's the Sony conference.
Okay.
Andrew Wilson comes out. I think his name is Andrew Wilson. He's like the main lead guy at Sony
Right.
or something or whatever. He comes out and he's like, here at Sony, we're committed to like great games, and great games are driven by amazing talent. So I'm here to introduce one of the most talented veterans in the industry. And then he doesn't say like the name or anything. The fucking thing goes up, and it's just like this crazy like music is playing, and the in like a vertical line in front of Kojima, it's just the floor starts lighting up white. He
Oh,
comes
boy.
out, he comes like to the center stage, and this is all he says. He goes like, "I'm back." That's what he fucking says, because of that whole shit with like Namco Bandai and like
Fuck
his
yeah.
whole company. So he's like, "I'm back," and he's like, I'm about to show you this trailer. It's running in real time. Like, I love my new partnership with Sony. Blah blah blah. And then it just starts this fucking Death Stranding trailer, dude. And I'm just like at the edge of my seat because what the fuck, like this
What
has
is this
gotta
gonna be? Yeah.
This got to be big, and it's a very big deal to announce something as it's running in real time. It's not pre-rendered. It's not like a cinematic or a CGI. It's a real time like in-engine thing that they're doing.
Oh, I see see. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it was a huge deal because
they're proud of that, yeah.
They're very proud. Yeah,
Okay.
and it looks so fucking trippy
Yeah,
and
man.
cool with the dead whales and the oil stained hands and the baby dude. Like
That
what?
that's a trailer very difficult to
Yes,
explain.
dude. Yeah, no, it's hard.
I was saying earlier, that's probably my least favorite trailer. Out
Why?
of all
Just
the
because they
trailers I've
said so
seen.
little?
Just because it didn't show me anything except
didn't.
like weird
Again,
shit.
man, like go back to when they first announced, any of the other Kojima
That's
games.
the thing. I don't
It's the
follow
same
them.
fucking shit,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't follow
Like
them.
that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like people like Kojima because of his trademark weirdness.
There you go.
His MGS5 trailers back in the day, like the 2 E3s ago or whatever, the ones that were like those 10-minute long trailers with like the weird soundtracks in them. You remember that shit?
I
Those were
remember-
so good, dude.
One of my favorite trailers from him. It's like a 10-minute trailer, and for like 9 minutes, it's first person. It's a
Oh,
first
I
person
don't know. Yeah,
action.
that's
Like
cool.
it looks like Call of Duty.
Okay.
Okay, at the last minute, the guy that you've been following
Yeah.
for 9 minutes gets killed by Snake.
Okay.
And then the camera just goes up to Snake and says Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, see, that's
Like
cool.
shit like that, man. Like just wait. Every single trailer, it's gonna be a puzzle.
Okay.
That's how Kojima works.
All right.
Yeah,
This one
you
was
have to
too
like
brief.
put them together.
It was very short.
Yeah.
It
This
was
one
too brief. I need
everyone,
more. I need more.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone always says thing. We're on Kojima's ruse cruise, dude. He's just finding a way to trick us and mess
Yeah.
with us and make it's like you said, bro. It's like a puzzle that you got to solve
Mm-hmm.
everything. But yeah, I actually agree with Arik though. Like in comparison to his other trailers that he's put out, this one was a little brief and a little bit too like. Yeah, I understand that whole puzzle obscurity
Yeah.
and like the cool shit, but this was more of an announcement than a puzzle.
Yeah.
it was more like,
Exactly.
hey, look at what
We got
we're proud of this.
something.
Yeah, we got something here.
But what it is, who knows?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
fucking clue.
Find out next time on.
Exactly. Like it is an announcement. It's like just to tell the fans, like,
I'm
hey,
back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm with Sony.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
we'll make something good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
exactly
basically what it is.
There is
bro.
hype. The whole
Yeah.
point is to build hype, and there's definitely
Everybody
hype.
was fucking screaming, dude, when I was watching that Twitch thing, the
Yeah.
stream. Like everybody, the second Kojima came out, there was just laughter and joy. Like this guy, like brought everybody to like their childlikeness as a
Dude,
crowd.
it's good to see him back, man.
Yeah,
like
man.
it's like he is one of the biggest auteurs of video games, and
Yeah.
it's good to see him on the big stage.
He's flexing his brand name, dude.
Oh, he is.
Well,
big
he's,
time. That-
he's
bro, his
very
whole-
he's welcome to.
his
Yeah, he's
fucking
welcome to.
thing is called Kojima like production or
Yeah.
whatever. Like he named everything after himself, bro.
Yeah.
he knows that he's like the big.
He's a
big
brand
deal.
name, dude. He's a
Yeah.
big,
He is
big
a big
star.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, dude. But damn, dude, I can tell you, we've talked about 2 trailers right now, or 2 like games
Yeah.
that we've all have agreed that we don't really know what to do with them or like how
Yeah,
to think.
they're both like we're hyped for them.
Yeah.
They look great, but there's obviously
It's like a mystery.
yeah, it's a
But I
mystery.
can tell you, dude, what's not a fucking mystery, dude, is the Zelda trailer. Everything about it
Yeah.
is not a mystery, and it's so fucking like it's like imagine a flower just blossoming in front of
Yeah.
you, dude. There's no mystery. It's just beauty. It's just pure beauty. That's what I fucking got. From like I didn't expect to be this drawn to it, man. I was like. There's no way they're gonna exceed what people expect of them. There's no way Zelda formula can change. There's no way like they're gonna. It's Nintendo, they're stuck in the past. This that. No, man. This game is phenomenal. Like I didn't expect it.
It's actually really cool that they didn't hide shit.
No.
Like they've been hiding it for so long. They're like, hey, you know what? Full day fucking stream Zelda.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go. And they showed the game, man. They
showed
showed
a
the
lot.
fucking
Yeah,
game. Like
a
that's
lot.
fantastic.
And it must mean that they have a lot more in the game that you're not seeing, dude. That's the fucking promise of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude.
Like
No,
just
I was
some
stunned.
points from it. Like it's open world. You can wear armor.
Yeah.
Like you can. There's so many. You can cook food, man.
yeah,
I'm down.
you can like
Yeah.
make little. You can pick up like mushrooms and shit and make
Yeah.
like a saute.
Yeah. The first thing I saw was the trailer, and the first half of the trailer, it wasn't showing much. It was just kind of showing the landscape. And I was like, oh, whatever. Other games have done landscape better than this. Like, this isn't anything surprising. But when it got into the gameplay, like you started seeing Link actually doing stuff, it was so smooth and so nice,
Yeah.
and it looked so fun. And then I watched more gameplay, and yeah, I was like so satisfied.
Yeah.
Unlike like the Death Stranding trailer, this one, it gave me everything I need to know.
Mhm.
And at that point, I just decided, yeah, I'm probably gonna get this game when it comes out.
Yep.
It's like
It's one of those.
I lived through the hype, through the 5 minutes of the gameplay, and I decided I'm gonna get it. That's it.
No, they even have like the pre-orders right there. It says pre-order right now. They
Nice.
know it, dude.
Yeah.
They know people.
Just
are
get it
gonna
out of
want
the way. You know you're gonna get it eventually. Get it now.
There's no release date yet, huh?
I don't think so.
I
And
think they just
going,
said 2017.
Yeah, they're going for
So-
the simultaneous release with the NX and Wii U,
Yeah.
which is not new news.
Yeah.
But they have said that they're trying not to differentiate the quality between the two titles so that they're roughly the same. Though me and Arg were saying that it's very likely the NX one, even if we know nothing about the NX, just to draw people to that console, has to be the better one.
It's gonna look a little better.
It has to be,
man.
dude. From a business perspective, it makes no sense to have it be identical because I would just get a Wii U.
I don't think
version.
it's going to be identical. It like graphically might be prettier, but like the core game itself is probably going to be the same.
Yeah, no, the
no,
core
they're not
game's
gonna
gonna be
change
the
the
same.
game, yeah.
I'm strictly speaking visually. It's
Oh
gonna
no,
look
for sure.
better.
Like it has to be. It's
Yeah.
new hardware.
Well, that makes
Yeah.
a huge
Well,
difference.
again, like we don't know what the NX is.
Yeah,
True,
we
we
don't.
don't know.
God
what it
knows, is it going to be handheld? Maybe.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know,
bro. Who fucking knows, man?
Please.
Bro, but like, I mean, you were mentioning it that they've been live demoing that game all day.
Yes.
I fucking watched the gameplay of the combat.
Okay.
Bro, I'm blown away. This is a first for any Zelda title. You can wield a number of weapons, like as your main weapon, not just your sword. You can have there's broadswords, there's claymores, Zweihandas, there's fucking like a pitchfork, like for farmers,
Spears
a spear.
and
The
stuff,
spear
yeah.
looks so great. An axe, a hammer, and this is not shit that you get just for dungeons and like in the other Zeldas that you use to like solve puzzles and shit. This is like integrated into the world. You use it to fight different enemies, have different weaknesses to different weapons and stuff like, and you just choose and you have like a limit to how many you can carry. You switch out, you pick up the weapons that other enemies drop. You can use them all.
Man.
Weapons break and degrade, so you can always be switching. You always want to have backups. It's fucking intense.
No, it looks fantastical. I have no criticism of
Yeah.
Zelda. What I saw, I have no criticism of it. It just looks smooth and clean.
Smooth and clean is also a very good words to describe the art style. At
Yeah.
first, the art style, like I'm a little like, dude, what is this? Like I was kind of like lukewarm on it, but after watching a tiny bit of the gameplay, I'm
The
like,
gameplay,
oh, okay, it
yeah.
makes sense. Like
the
this
gameplay
is very
coming to life.
yeah, this is very Wind Waker-ish.
It's like a moving painting, dude. It's like a little moving,
Yeah.
like watercolor painting, just like
Yeah.
going through. They took what they tried with Skyward Sword, which in my opinion was not a good Zelda game, really. They took that and they really said, you know what? We're sticking with our guns. Skyward Sword, like the way we did it was fine, or the way we made it look was fine, but we need to make it better. We
Sure.
need to think, what was Skyward Sword trying to accomplish? Let's accomplish that now for real. Like that was a test run.
It's like I would say the art style is a cross between Skyward Sword and Wind Waker.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
you have like the little bit of the cell shading from
Yeah,
like
you
Wind
do.
Waker also.
Yeah,
Um,
with the shadows, the soft shadows against like the flesh and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, man.
but regardless of what they do, they will never get close to how beautiful the smoke was in Wind Waker.
Oh,
When the bombs that
smoke?
explode?
Oh, dude, I saw some bombs exploding. They explode like fucking huge.
Oh,
my
man.
god, I can't describe it, bro. I just recommend anyone to just go watch some of the Nintendo sanctioned like videos of the gameplay and stuff. They're
Yeah.
like 20 minutes, this, that, like little snippets. It's beautiful to see that game in action.
And I'm
like
sure you can
Arctic
find the
saying,
VOD of the stream
smooth.
too.
Yeah, you could.
was
Oh,
very
definitely, dude. Oh,
It was
great.
very nice. It felt pleasant. Like I can already feel the pleasantness of when I'm gonna play this game.
Yeah.
You know? One thing that like I'm digging right now with my brain into if trying to find any kind of criticism, I'm wondering how the replayability will be. You know, I hope they make it so there is some replayability so that I don't just play it through like once and then drop it.
That's the thing, man, with Zelda. Like old Ocarina of Time, I could play that once a year and I would not get bored. I mean, I memorized that entire game. I know every corner of that game. I can just do it almost with a blindfold. Very like it's just and I love the replayability. But the later Zelda games like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword and stuff like that, like I have no real reason to come back
Sure.
to those games. They're a little too steeped in the modernity for me, I guess. And like RX saying, I hope that this doesn't suffer
especially
from that.
open world kind of
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
You want to be able to play those a lot.
Yeah, replayability in open world kind of games. It's like you gotta balance that shit.
Yeah. Like I'm curious how they're going to approach this. Like, are there going to be like a whole bunch of side quests that you could do? Are there
Exactly.
going to be like factions you can join? Or
Yeah.
things you can, like,
Yeah.
do or don't.
How open is it really gonna be?
yeah, like,
you know?
or is there player choice? Like,
Exactly.
can you choose to do things?
Yeah.
Like, like
'Cause
all
that-
those are very big possibilities, but we just don't
And
know yet.
it would add more replayability to
Yeah.
allow for those things. So.
I believe that it was a small snippet saying that they're taking a lot of inspirations from Skyrim and Dark Souls, actually, in the way that those environments and the composition of the world geography and the dungeons and stuff like that, those tell the story more than any plot.
Interesting.
Like there's not going to be a heavy emphasis, at least from what I hear, into cinematics and driving the narrative. It's you coming to terms with the world, and the world is telling its story. So I think that's
That sounds great.
it sounds very promising, dude. It sounds like they're really taking a modern look at Zelda. Like they're trying to hash it out differently nowadays.
Yeah.
So
Very
who knows?
nice.
The one image that kind of pops out at me from like all of this new Zelda stuff is the rusty Master Sword
Yeah.
that you see in the trailer.
All the Master Swords have
Um,
been immaculate in every other game, but in this one, it's like rusty and weird, and no one
Yeah.
really knows why. Maybe it's to focus you on other weapons. Maybe the Master Sword isn't the main weapon in this game. Maybe you have to like earn it or restore it.
That's a
Imagine
good
you have to
point.
restore it, dude.
That's a good point.
Yeah, no. I
Maybe
think
you have to go
that's
back
good.
in time.
I know, man. Time
Hey.
traveling in another Zelda game?
Why not?
Yeah, maybe.
It's a recurring theme,
Yeah, it is.
so we'll see how that goes. The last game that I'm actually very hyped about is Sea of Thieves.
Interesting. It's the last game you're hyped about?
Well, those were the big three.
Okay.
We Happy Few, Death Stranding.
Okay. I'm going to
and-
add on to that list. No worries.
No, yeah, absolutely. But for me, Sea of Thieves, they finally showed some gameplay of it.
Dude,
I don't know
actually, I
anything
have
about
seen
this game.
nothing about Sea of Thieves. I haven't seen a trailer or gameplay. What's it like?
It reminded me of Guns of Icarus. Did you guys ever play that game?
I've seen
it.
some videos,
Yeah,
but never played
it's sort of
it.
like that. It's a open world pirate game
That
in
sounds
which
great.
you get into a pirate ship with your buddies, and
Oh, it's a multiplayer?
it's multiplayer.
Oh.
It's 100% multiplayer, and so you have a crew, and you guys are piloting a pirate ship.
That's all I want in this reality.
You guys are pirating. You guys are in a pirate ship, and everyone needs to work to actually make the pirate ship work.
Oh God.
You know,
We're-
like
we're
one
gonna-
person is, on the wheel, but he can't see where he's going because there's the mast in the way.
Yeah.
So someone else has to be up front saying, he's like, oh shit, we're going to hit a rock. Like,
oh
turn
my
right.
God.
And
dude.
one person is, people are like manning the cannons. One person is manning the anchor. Like everyone has
That's
roles and everyone
really
needs
cool.
to work together to make the thing work. And
Wait, hold on now. Am I going? Okay, so I have a crew. It's with my real life buddies. We're all
Yes.
chilling. We're on a pirate ship. I'm sure we can like name it and name our crew and like all that shit. That sounds cool. Can we attack other players?
absolutely.
That's all I need. That's all I
Absolutely.
need, son.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's an open world pirate game.
How does
It's
it look?
what you
PC,
imagine.
Xbox,
yes,
or
Xbox
what?
and PC.
Oh,
How does it
cool.
look
Um,
visually?
very stylish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's,
check out
it's,
the
it's like
trailer.
it's sort of cell shaded. Also, it's it's a very cool art style.
Is there a single player at all, or it's just straight like?
From what they showed, the gameplay that they showed was only multiplayer. It's
Okay.
just the gameplay that they showed was sort of cringy because it had like a face cam of, like people
Oh, I
playing the game.
see.
That was kind of dumb, but the gameplay itself looks fucking fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it is exactly what I want, and the fucking Rare is back.
Yeah, no. That if it's a rare game, I'm
Yeah.
down, dude.
And Rare is
It
back.
sounds very fun, man. Sounds like we're gonna have a whole lot of fun
Yeah.
being on the same pirate ship,
Getting
trying to
wrecked,
like
dude.
get our
Yeah.
shit together and coordinate something and yelling at each other. This is
What are
turning
we gonna
into
name
Dota
our
2.
ship? I say the dysfunctional.
No, we should
The
name it.
The SS
Functional?
dysfunctional.
Name
Dude,
it
the
Dota
next
2 all
level.
over again.
No, the dysfunctional. Dude, that's
Oh,
what
yeah, dude.
we're just gonna be yelling at each other and
Yeah,
crash
we are,
into a
dude.
rock.
But
Yeah.
then when we wreck somebody as the dysfunctional, they know
Oh,
they
yeah.
fucked up. They know they just
Yeah.
got wrecked by the
Yeah,
dysfunction.
the dysfunctional.
Like, the defuncts, dude.
The dysfunctional, or
That's
the
some funny
accidental.
stuff.
It
Wait,
sounds
so
like a great
what are you
idea.
hyped for, Areg? What's on your radar?
Dude, honestly, one thing we didn't mention that surprisingly impressed me was Battlefield 1.
Yep.
When I saw
Yeah.
that trailer,
Well, not only the trailer, dude. I mean, I watched like live gameplay of like Wiz
Gameplay.
Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Zac
Yeah.
Efron. They're all fucking playing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they got all these celebrities to come play like a match with like paired up with like pros, like professional like FPS players or whatever.
Okay.
It was so fun, dude. It looks so
Yeah.
fucking cool. Like shooting down this blimp and shit. The blimp comes down
Oh,
anywhere
yeah.
that you shoot it and like destroys the battlefield, like, and then you gotta work around it.
honestly, the field of fun I'm getting from it is equivalent to like Overwatch. You know what I mean? I feel
That's
like
interesting.
this is like if I got it, it would just be a whole lot of fun on a bun. That's what it feels like to me. And the trailer looked amazing. And I haven't really been a Battlefield fan. I've never really played that many Battlefield games. But this one, it seems like if I'm gonna get a Battlefield game, it's gonna be this one.
It looks good, dude. World War One, two is like World War One, two. World
Yeah.
War One as well. It seems like a very, very strong setting to have and unique. No one's really done World War One in a while, at least. So, and then you
Yeah.
have Call of Duty going infinite warfare. You're in space and shit. So it's like the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's like R.I.P. COD, like rest in peace.
I don't know at all, man.
I think
the
so.
Call of Duty looked great.
I don't.
I think
care
the
for
Call of Duty looks like a very good Call of Duty game.
No, it,
It
looks
still looks
some-
like a Call of Duty game, but it looks good.
meh.
Already, I was edging towards Battlefield
Yeah.
in prior
No, no, no.
years.
Yeah.
This one, even more so, I feel like is very solid.
Yeah, no, in that war, if you want to call it that, I feel like Battlefield 1.
Bro, that engine, that Frostbite
Battlefield 1.
engine, Battlefield 1, yeah. Dude, that Frostbite engine is just so gorgeous,
Yeah.
so beautiful, and it's like being used in so many of EA's games, you know? Like, that's fucking intense, man. I agree with your hype, Arek. Like, I don't, and you know me, dude, I don't care about games like that,
Yeah.
FPS and stuff, but it just looked cool, it looked baller. Like,
Yeah, it
I
did.
did play Battlefield 3 briefly. It was fun, but
Which
you know,
one was 3?
it was like the semi-new one, maybe like I want to say 4 years ago, perhaps somewhere around there.
It
I
was
played
the
in
one
Santa
Hike was
Cruz.
really
Okay.
hyped for.
Yeah, Hike was
I remember Hike
super
was, like,
hyped for
all
that
over
shit. We
Was that
shared
the
it.
future one?
No, well, I mean it's more modern. It's not future.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like modern. It's like today's
Oh,
warfare.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No,
It
I
was
did play that
okay,
a little
dude.
bit. Yeah, it was fine.
It was good. It
acceptable.
wasn't bad at all.
It had a lot of hype behind that too, but it just kind of
I played
whatever.
the demo.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the PS3.
Battlefield game I played most was Battlefield 2.
Yeah,
I think that game is like the pinnacle of Battlefield.
everyone
that
says
game was
Bad
fantastic.
Company's the best one.
Bad Company was the one that you could fuck up the battlefield and like
Yeah.
destroy houses and stuff. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that was also a good one.
I love that, dude. Physics shit in games. I love that,
Makes
dude.
it fun.
Started with Half-Life 2 back in
Yeah.
the day with all the gravity gun and shit.
Are we missing any big names? I feel like we covered pretty much
Yeah.
the major ones,
Yeah,
right?
but
I feel
before
like-
we hit break, is there any other game you guys want to bring up?
I'm trying to think. I feel like there is
Oh.
something we missed.
Oh, yes, of course there's something I want to. How could I forget, dude?
Yes?
They're remastering Crash 1 to 3. They're remastering
Yeah.
Crash
Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot?
I mean,
yeah, dude, the
As
old.
big of a fan I am of Crash, I don't know about that at all.
Oh, I know about it. If they're remastering it from, they said from the ground up. That's the words they used. I am psyched, dude. I love Crash Bandicoot, one of my favorite games. It's one of the main reasons actually now I'm considering, along with the new Final Fantasy, along with Kingdom Hearts, along with all this, the fucking Sony conference, like the amazing shit, the God of War and shit. God of War again, that's another big
Oh,
hype game.
yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry. God of War.
Yeah.
How could we forget? God of War, please. It looks different than all the other God of Wars.
Yeah. Like I was telling
like
this
it.
before we started rolling. Very Dark Souls-ish.
Yeah,
And I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, no,
in
it
a
looks
very
yeah.
good
cool.
way.
Just like the way the camera angle was, the way that he was fighting that big troll thing.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck that thing
The
was.
combat looked fun, fast enough.
It
not,
didn't look
not
like
too slow.
It didn't look like God of War.
Yeah.
It doesn't resemble the old God of Wars
Yeah.
at all. Like the
No.
old God of Wars is like a hack and slash, where
Chaotic.
you're up, you know, kind of like far away camera and shit, and chaotic, like Arik said.
Yeah.
But this one looks like way more intimate. At least now, at least from what they revealed, looks way more intimate, behind the shoulder. Everything is like
more
closer.
calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it
Which I
visually
welcome,
looks great.
which I
Yeah.
very much welcome because I feel like the old style of God of War 1, 2, and 3, like that's kind of we don't really see games like that anymore because
Not
we've
anymore.
moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they did another one, like how much better could they make it? You know how much
Exactly.
more
Like it would just be another hack and slash.
Exactly.
So, like it's better that they're taking a different way, the different approach.
Yeah.
And who knows how prominent the narrative is going to be. Like you saw the whole thing was featuring with his son, emotional moments.
Yeah, dude,
People
the
were
story was in depth.
Yeah, it looked really fucking weird. And they were saying like while Kratos was talking to his son or whatever, there was like a rage meter building up when he was losing his temper. That's what I didn't notice it myself.
Oh.
Yeah. But then when he was like, he realized like, oh, it's just a kid, you know, like why am I getting mad? Like the rage meter went down.
Oh,
So maybe
wow.
that can influence shit and like maybe your son like receives, you know, input based on how you've acted towards him in the game. I don't know, dude, speculation, but holy fuck.
That's
like,
actually very interesting. That's something
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
I didn't notice
thought
either.
that was a stamina meter.
yeah, no,
Because,
it's like a
was
rage.
there a stamina meter?
I don't know, maybe.
As he was
I-
fighting, like it looked like some green bar going
Bro,
up
he's
and
the
down.
God of War. Like, if he has stamina, that's fucked. You know, he should have unlimited stamina. There shouldn't be a bar. You know, if anything, he should just get angrier and angrier until, like, you know,
Yeah.
the entire world like rips asunder.
It was
And-
fantastic though.
Dude, Norse mythology. That's all I know, dude.
Yeah.
Norse mythology is
Yeah.
my favorite mythology of all fucking time. I want more of that everywhere. And all I know is that if I'm not wrecking like Thor, if I'm not like fighting Thor and wrecking Thor by the end of the game, then the game is failed. Is a fail.
Man.
You kill Thor, and then Odin comes out and
Yeah,
tries
dude.
to avenge
Yeah,
his
you,
son.
yeah.
you kill Thor, and then suddenly there's Iron Man.
Oh yeah, dude.
And the
He
rest
says,
of
that
the
was my
Marvel
job.
crew.
Marvel crossover. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
there it is, man.
Nice, man.
Okay, well, let's go to Valhalla,
Yeah.
have a few beers, and then we'll come back for the second half.
Sounds
Have
great.
some mead.
All right, gentlemen, we are back
Whoa.
with some wonderful E3 news.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it, man. So there have been a whole bunch of press conferences starting from Sunday, going until, I guess, today, but not really. Today was just Nintendo
Yeah.
doing their thing. So yeah, man, let's go down the list. Let's talk about the different press conferences and talk about the games that they released, the games that they showed, and if we're hyped for it or not. Very first press conference was on Sunday, and it was EA.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
He is cool. I've liked EA since I've been a little kid.
Yeah,
Overall, I think their press conference was decent.
Bro,
fine.
I mentioned it, dude. All I gotta say is like they had fucking all these celebs, like fucking Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Have you seen? By the way, did you watch like? There's a funny fucking clip of Snoop Dogg like playing,
No.
and it's showing him playing, and it's showing like his screen, obviously, not the gameplay. It's showing him playing, right? That's the video.
Okay.
And there's literally just a blunt hanging out of
Yeah.
his mouth while he's playing.
Yeah.
And the video is so funny because the commentator who's like commentating the thing is like, look at Snoop, like so much concentration. And all the players are really looking at what they're doing, blah blah. And then they focus in on the gameplay, like of what Snoop was doing in that moment, dude. And the guy's literally just walking back and forth. Like he doesn't know what he's doing at all.
Yeah.
Like any concentration, like it's completely lost on him. Like,
Oh my
he's
God.
literally walking back and forth and like walking into a wall.
Dude, he's probably so fucking high and he's
Like, he's
blown
just
out of his
done.
mind.
Yeah,
Like,
I
oh,
know.
this is so cool.
That's so
Snoop
funny.
Diggy, dude. And him,
love Snoop.
fucking, what's his name? The other black guy.
Lil Bow Wow?
Wiz Khalifa?
No,
Was Lil Bow Wow there?
No, not Lil Bow Wow. Lil Bow Wow. No, yeah, Wiz Khalifa was there, but no, was it Denzel Washington, right? No, not Denzel. Not Denzel
I'd
Washington.
be so
dude.
surprised if
The
he's
guy who
playing
played
games.
sorry, the guy who played Django.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
Yes.
Foxx, yeah, Jamie Foxx was there too, dude.
Cool.
Zac Efron was there. Yeah, no,
That guy's like involved with so many random things.
yeah, no, he is,
Yeah.
dude. He was in Spider-Man. Like, yeah.
So EA, what
But
they,
yeah, man,
what
like
they
that
bring
was
to the
actually
table?
the first game that they showed. Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Looks good, dude. As Arg was saying,
Yeah,
hype.
it looks fine. I'm probably like I'm sort of over this entire military shooter thing. I already, you know what? I already have a shooter I play.
Overwatch.
It's
yeah.
Overwatch. Like,
Sure.
I don't see myself picking up another one.
Just
Sure.
dude, that like watching.
But it
them
does
play,
look cool.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
looks amazing. Like watching them play, dude, and that giant fucking not blimp. It's like a It's like an airship, and they're just shooting it down constantly.
It's like a Zeppelin, the best
yeah,
way
it
to
is.
describe
It's
It's
like
a
a Zeppelin.
Yeah.
But it's not scripted to where it falls or anything. Like it just falls where it, the HP or whatever of it goes down.
Yeah.
And it changes the battlefield down below because it could, like there's in villages and capture points and shit. But let's say the blimp falls on that, then all of a sudden you have to deal with the fact that all of these houses are destroyed, so you
Burning
can't use them for cover
debris.
anymore. Yeah, and there's all this debris and stuff, and there's like all the metal beams that are like melted and shit,
Yeah.
like sticking out of the ground from the blimp, and you're using that all of a sudden, and you're ducking and
Yeah.
weaving through that. That's like, I love dynamic shit like that. Like
Exactly. Dynamic is the right word.
yeah, it's super. It's like something, for instance, that Overwatch, not that it should have it, but like that it doesn't have, right?
At all.
It's like the map is the map,
Yeah,
like that's
it's
it.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
Whatever dynamic stuff like in the beginning when you can destroy the room
Yeah,
and
I
make
mean,
it
yeah,
messy. That adds a whole new layer of fun to the game personally, honestly, for
yeah,
me.
no, of course.
But it's not like that has nothing to do with the actual gameplay
Yeah.
of it, you know?
I would say EA, like that was probably what
feel
they're
like-
focusing on, man, and that's what they give
Destructible
care about the
environment.
most.
That
I
was-
feel like that
yeah.
has to do with the gameplay though, because I feel like that just shows that they're objective gameplay,
What do you mean for
destroying the Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah,
no,
dude. That's what I'm
I
saying,
was
that's
talking about
amazing.
Overwatch. Like the dynamic of destroying environment in Overwatch is simply aesthetics.
Yeah, whereas
sure.
in Battlefield,
Oh,
it's,
sure.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
what
I-
you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I was
it's
making
like,
the contrast
No, like,
between
yeah,
the
yeah,
two.
no. Like basically, what I'm saying is that showing people destroying the Zeppelin
Yeah.
and it altering the field just means that that's probably what you're trying to do in multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
Like one team is trying to defend the Zeppelin, one team is trying to destroy it.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
People
But
were saying that.
sort of reminded me of Battlefront.
I don't know. I never
Battlefront
played
2's
it.
coming out.
No, for Battlefront, like you're trying to destroy the AT-ATs, but
Yeah.
one team is trying to defend it.
Yeah, makes sense.
It reminded me of that.
It's definitely a good objective to focus around.
Dude, but I think that one of the big things that the EA conference lacked, and you're going to agree with me 100%, I mean, is Andromeda, dude. There was almost no sense of Mass Effect. There was no sense, and that should have been their big thing. And it's worrisome, dude, because if they're not confident enough to show Mass Effect now when it's months away, like
Is
I think
it months away? When
it's
is
like
this game
maybe
coming
half
out,
a
man?
year away or something like that. Like,
Okay.
like a feasible amount. At least next year, you should show it. They had no Mass Effect Andromeda stuff. The most that they had was not part of the conference itself, but like an extra, like behind the scenes, how they're coding it, what they want to do kind of video, not like a gameplay or anything trailer. It was just,
To be fair, it is
Lackluster.
almost a year away. March 2017.
bro, but like you would show it
So-
now, though, don't you believe?
I don't
They've
think so,
released
man.
so little. They released so little information
Maybe
about
at
it
least
already.
like a Death Stranding style little trailer.
Yeah,
Just like a
some-
little, oh, don't forget about this kind of thing. You know?
I mean, they did sort of do that.
have they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they put out a little trailer, like nothing too incredible.
guess so.
Like it's just to show that, hey man, like this is coming.
All
Just,
I'm
like,
saying
stay
that
tuned.
if I was EA, that would be a flagship thing, dude. And it just shows to me that if they're not doing that, they aren't as far as they believe they're making it seem, or it's not as developed, or they're not as confident.
I feel like Battlefield 1 is a lot more immediate, and if they have to choose a signature product that you're saying, like they're backing Battlefield 1, which I
That's a
think
good
is
point, man.
like they should be backing.
I don't
that.
know, man. It's a
Like
conference.
that game, like objectively, that game looks good.
Yeah, no, it does. I'm just saying that it's a conference that you could have numerous games debut, and which we'll see in the other conferences when you bring them up. There's tons of shit going on, and like to have Battlefield 1 as your main event, that's great. I mean, it succeeded in a lot of ways. It drudged up hype, but you know, you could have room for something else. It doesn't necessarily take away from Battlefield,
I think it
especially
does.
when, I don't know, man, other companies are just doing numerous things, just putting them out. So
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What do we have next on the list, dude?
So there is an indie platformer sort of thing, FE or
I s-
FE or
they're
I
EA
don't know.
originals, right? Like actually being developed in-house EA type
yeah,
of
I
thing.
believe so.
That's cool, I guess. I don't
Looks
know
fine.
much
like,
about
a
it.
very interesting art style. It's like
I didn't see
sort
it.
of reminds me of Spyro in a way.
Oh, okay.
It's like a third-person cutesy platforming.
Sure,
thing.
why not?
Yeah.
Bro, whatever they want, man.
It's
probably-
it's something very different from what they usually show, and it's
Yeah.
nice to have kind of like that kind of contrast.
It probably
it's a cool thing to
appeals
see.
to a different age group. Or
As I've
something.
said, dude, they
Yeah.
know exactly what they're doing. I brought it up before. They're fucking in 2 years' time, their stock went from $20 to $70 a share.
Shit.
They know exactly what the hell they're doing right
Yeah.
now, so they
Yeah.
can ride it out, man. Ride it the hell out.
I'm confident in EA.
yeah, bro.
EA is great.
And they
Yeah.
have the whole sports
Oh,
shit
yeah.
on lock, dude.
That's
Yeah,
how
like
that's
a-
how I got to know EA. Sorry.
Yeah, like that's kind of the two other big games that they were pushing. It was FIFA and Madden.
Yeah. And
Which-
so
I
many people
love
are going to
FIFA.
buy
I
that.
think I suck at FIFA, but I love seeing it. I love watching it, playing it. You know, it's fun.
Zero interest here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Absolutely none.
I played
Like
that with my
FIFA
dad
and
when I was
Madden.
young.
Madden's whatever for me. I don't
Yeah,
care
Madden, I
about
don't
of American football, but
Yeah.
But so
No.
many customers for
The
Madden.
closest I've come to liking a sports game is Rocket League. That's
Yeah.
the closest I ever will.
That's funny.
I hear you, bro. I think I played an old NBA game for the N64 and shit where you could just foul people like and constantly and the ref
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
call you.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Oh
that
no,
shit.
that game is fantastic. That's the it's the one that we were
You just
trying to
push
play
people.
with Mehed,
Oh, were we?
with the big-headed ones.
Yeah.
It was me and Mehed. We kept on trying to play that fucking game,
and
but
you just
like,
got
it's
wrecked every time.
Yeah, it's rigged. The game is rigged.
For sure.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it totally is.
Sounds good, mate.
And then kind of the last big thing that they showed was Titanfall.
Oh,
Titanfall
Titanfall
2,
2, yeah.
Sure, bro. I never
honestly,
got into the
man,
first one,
it
so
looks
I don't know.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks really good.
Yeah. I mean, there's just too many games out there at this point. But if
Yeah.
there weren't, Titanfall would be one of those
But
really good ones.
You know what? So did Titanfall 1. Titanfall 1 also looked very good.
It did look good.
and
yeah.
I bounced off that game very quickly.
It's like Division almost. Them going
Yeah.
down like 93% players, but it
Ugh.
looked really good in the beginning.
Yeah.
Sort of like that.
See, but this is the thing, dude. That this is why I agree. EA
is
is
why I'm
doing
hot.
well. This is why I'm hot. But like I agree, EA is doing well. They know what they're doing and everything. But then look, you have, let's say, a game like Titanfall, right? And Titanfall, like you just said, I mean, like it was cool. It really had like a huge presence and it was ever present in people's minds. And then it came out and it was fun and all, but people bounced out of it rather quickly. And I can say with a fair amount of confidence that Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, the recent one, is very much in the same light, as in it probably drudged up a lot of hype, but it didn't really have that lasting value. And then what do you see at this E3, or what do you get as a general vibe from EA, is that they're releasing Titanfall 2, and then they're releasing Battlefront 2. Instead of focusing on these titles and trying to make them better, I don't know if they did that with Titanfall. I don't think so. I don't think they focused on it that much.
Not too
They're
much.
exactly, and they're just releasing these sequels instead of really focusing on their titles, which
Well-
is a decision. Yeah, it's a risk, and maybe it might pay off. But just from the consumer standpoint, it feels greedy, dude. It feels like you probably like. They know when a game is bad. They know when it's not going to do well. It's not like they're dumb. They know exactly the demographics, and then they know for a fact they take your money, and then they release a sequel. That's fucked up.
For Titanfall, like to be fair, for a good year after Titanfall release, they did plenty of DLC.
Oh yeah, surely. Yeah.
And then after a while, right now, if you get Titanfall's like I think $30 or whatever.
sure.
All the DLC is also free.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fair.
Yeah, It is very
Ah,
fair.
More
that's
than
nice.
fair.
It's a very solid game, and for $30, I highly recommend it. Like Titanfall is fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. No.
It's a good game. It's a cool idea. And for Titanfall 2, like the other big thing that they were pushing with it is the single player. And if you guys watched the trailer for the single player,
I did watch it. Yeah.
it looks really cool.
Yeah. Like
And your main
the mech
character, the
saving the
protagonist?
guy. Yeah.
It's the mech.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the person. You're not playing the person. You're
Oh,
playing the mech. Like
wow.
it's a very interesting twist on everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm curious about that.
Who knows, man? Yeah. No. If it's coming out for PC, I don't know if it is, but if it is,
Yes,
then,
it is.
Oh, then I might pick it up. Who
I'll
knows?
definitely check it out,
Yep,
man.
it's coming out on everything. PS4, Xbox One.
Good. Good.
I'll probably check it out on PS4. That's the kind of game I might look for in the PS4
For sure, man.
than a PC.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be PC for me because
For
that's all I
sure.
have.
yeah.
And a Wii U.
And a Wii U.
PC Master
Oh,
Race.
I love that console, dude. That beautiful black.
Bro, I
box.
was thinking about selling it until I saw Zelda. Dude.
Oh no, fuck no. Yeah, don't sell that.
LOL.
Oh boy.
There's
oh, boy.
there's still plenty of life left in that little thing, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's sort of it for EA.
All right. What's
Like
next?
that's all the big stuff that they said.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
After EA press conference was the Bethesda press conference.
Man, honestly, the Bethesda press conference just let me down.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. Yeah, they focused a lot
They
on
had some
VR.
cool stuff, man. They had some cool stuff there.
Bro, I mean, everybody's gonna have cool stuff, but like they
what
didn't have
did
the
they
stuff
put on
I
the
wanted.
table?
They have a remastered Skyrim.
Yeah.
right,
Cool.
which is free if
If yeah,
you have the Skyrim game and all the DLC or the Legendary Edition.
only on PC,
Only
not
on
consoles.
PC, not console.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only
Okay.
on PC.
But what they're actually adding, which is fucking cool, is mods now for consoles. That's a huge
Yeah.
deal. That is changing the game.
It is.
But see, I don't play those games on console, so I feel like it's a waste of time because I'm just a complete biased, tunnel vision fool.
A lot of people
you
do
know,
that.
like I just don't. Yeah, I'm sure everybody
Yeah, but
plays
for
on
like the
console.
general public, that's a cool thing. man.
Yeah,
is.
but who cares, dude? It's all about the
No,
PC
man.
Master Race, son. No,
I
I'm
can
just
imagine
kidding.
it, bro. There was like a life I led where I played Skyrim on the console, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can totally imagine getting like mods on that. Changes everything. I'd immediately start playing Skyrim again on the console.
Yeah.
It would like replayability
Sure.
again, you know?
Yeah.
That
and
they
you
have-
can have your hentai adventure there with you too.
Exactly.
it's
Imagine how
I don't
fucking
know.
good it looks.
Maybe
That's
not.
actually very interesting if they're gonna do.
Oh,
like
they
the-
might regulate it. You're
because
right.
it's console, dude, is
regulated.
different. No, it's
You're
not
right.
only going to be regulation. I think it's going to be only Bethesda sanctioned because
Ah.
you remember that stint that they had of paid mods
Ooh.
on Steam,
Yes.
and then they
Yeah.
took it back. Everyone is saying, and Bethesda has said they still want to pursue paid mods.
Oh,
So
no.
people are speculating that they're going to do that via console, but I don't
Wow.
know, dude.
No, okay, please no. That's dumb. Don't do that. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe not, but this is
Yeah,
what people are
like that's
perhaps
speculation, but
suggesting. Yeah.
maybe,
Sure.
man. Who knows?
But fuck, dude, like it was just kind of. But they did mention the Elder Scrolls 6. They mentioned it in an
they?
interview. They mentioned it.
Oh,
long
okay.
way to go
basic-
though.
Yeah, they basically said that if people have been paying attention to what they're saying and how they're releasing things, and the fact that they
Uh-huh.
announced something very close to when they release it,
Sure.
they were basically saying, yes, of course we're working on Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay.
It's one of our passion projects. We really love it.
Okay.
But it's a long way off. That's
That's
what
okay.
that's their exact words, is that it's a long way off.
That's okay, dude.
It's okay, but fuck, dude, I
it's
love that series.
I need time, man. There's all these other games. I need time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't hit me with a fucking Elder Scrolls 6 right now.
They know what they're doing.
Among
if EA
everything
does,
else,
yeah.
Please, I can't handle it.
Give them some time, man. They
Sure.
just came out with Fallout. Just give them a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
As long as they're working on it.
They'll
That's
give a
all I
nice
wanna know.
quality product.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, dude. And they announced like new Fallout 4 DLC and stuff
Yep.
like that. I as you guys know, I don't play that game that much. I doubt this will drudge up my interest to play it anymore. But whatever, it's cool for
Yeah.
people who
no,
like
it's
it. who want
definitely
more.
cool. It's like more content is always welcome. But you know what?
Oleg will love it, dude.
It's still Fallout.
I loved
It's
Fallout
still-
4. I loved the new features, the whole building settlements and stuff they added. Yeah, the whole big like consensus of criticism of like another settlement is under attack. Yeah, I also agree that was dumb. That was dumb.
They're
But
adding, yeah.
other than that, I thought that was a solid Fallout game.
Yeah.
Sure.
But for the building parts of it, for the settlement
Yeah.
aspects of it, in the DLC that they announced, they're adding shit like elevators and conveyor
Oh.
belts that you
Oh
can build.
my
And, like cool,
God.
like Minecrafty type shit.
Okay.
Like cool shit like
that
that.
adds a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
no,
makes it
that's
really
actually
fun.
pretty interesting. Like
Yeah.
if you're into that, it looks like they're putting thought into it. You know, it's not like just some lazy.
Very
thing.
nice.
And then they also showed Dishonored 2 a little bit.
I
Did you guys ever play Dishonored 1?
played it a bit, got very confused and lost, and that's not something that happens to me in games that often. And I
Sure.
was just like I don't really know what to do, and the game isn't motivating me to really understand what to do, so I'm done.
Yeah.
I got to like the main hub area, and then I didn't really know where to go from there, and I just stopped.
Yeah,
It looks like fun
I didn't
gameplay.
spend, like,
Yeah.
I didn't spend too much time in Dishonored 1, so I don't really
Yeah.
know about the entire story and stuff. But to me, it just felt really unpolished, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
I think more stealth games are
It didn't
good.
really catch me.
Yeah.
But Dishonored 2, like, it looks cool, man. I mean, you could like teleport around, like kill people, and it looks like more like Dishonored 1. It's just a little bit more refined.
It looks fun when someone who knows what they're doing is playing.
Sure.
But if like you're playing and you're not really good at the game, it feels like kind of weird.
Mm.
You know.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, again, like I'm probably not going to pick that up, but
Probably.
I'm not, but yeah, sure, dude. Good for
see.
them.
yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, it's not a conference, but it actually reminds me of the like Dishonored 2 reminds me of like From Software, what they're doing. They don't have like a big presence at E3, but they actually said some of the shit that they're working on or
Okay.
that they want to work on. They basically confirmed an Armored Core 4.
Oh shit.
They're saying like the Armored Core is like what started us out and we want to come back to it. So we're always thinking about it, shit like that.
Okay.
That's
They're
heavy.
saying one of their next games that they're going to make, they're not announcing like what they're about. It's like 3 secret projects. One of them is
3?
one of them is another medieval action RPG
nice.
like crazy
Please.
thing in the Dark
Like Dark
Souls vein.
Souls-ish?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's
Alright.
not going to be Dark Souls. It's going to be
I don't
some-
care. Medieval. From Soft.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. This is mine.
I'm down, dude. Like a new IP, but like Dark Souls-ish,
Yeah.
Dark Souls-ish new IP.
Yeah.
Bro,
Sounds
it's
good to
gonna
me,
be good.
man.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be so fucking delicious.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I wanted to like throw that in there, dude.
Dude, 3? Are you kidding me?
3 projects,
Dude,
yeah.
3 secret projects from? Oh my god, dude, my
From
life
who?
is over.
From
From who?
Gary.
From who?
And then, so it's still going down Bethesda. They
Mike
showed
Jones.
off Prey. Did you guys ever play the original Prey?
Bro, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know any shit like that, dude.
So Prey
I've
was
watched
a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
You were playing like a bounty hunter. Aliens invade Earth,
Yeah.
and you
Sure.
get abducted by aliens. You take
Cool.
up to their ship,
Yeah.
and you use portals to kind of like teleport around. There's like weird shit going on. Also,
It looked like a great idea.
that Prey 1 was a lot more of kind of like a shooter
Mm-hmm.
type of game, like very Quake-ish, very Doom-like.
Could players play as aliens
No,
in that one? Oh, I'm thinking of a different one.
no,
You're
you,
thinking of
you were just some
Evolve.
human.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Okay.
But in this new Prey,
Yeah.
which is only called Prey, it's more of a horror game.
That's
Alright,
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
A lot
looks
of horror
terrifying.
games, dude, this
a lot
E3.
of horror games this year.
I have
yeah.
Cthulhu
Yeah.
was sort of horror.
Yeah, I have Cthulhu looks cool.
Cthulhu.
Or
Yeah.
whatever the Cthulhu game looks
Yeah,
baller.
We were saying in a recent episode, or I was saying we need more horror games, man.
There is plenty of horror games in this list. We will definitely get to it.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
But I recommend, Arig, you check out the trailer for Prey
Sure.
because it's very unsettling, and I feel like you'll dig it.
That sounds very
Looks
awesome.
good. Yeah. So it sort of reminded me of Fear, also.
Oh,
Just the
okay.
tone of it.
I
Yeah.
love Fear, man.
Yeah, Fear is
It's
great.
a El Clasico for me.
For
It
sure.
is nice.
Yeah. No, that's a
Good
good
game.
one. And then the game that I'm actually very excited about, fucking Quake, dude.
I didn't know they announced Quake.
Quake Champions.
What
It's-
is that?
it's
Is it
huge.
the-
It's a new Quake game. It's
Oh, okay.
online. It looks like a multiplayer online shoot 'em up sort of thing.
That's huge, dude.
Yeah.
I have a couple
looks
of
great.
friends that literally they don't play video games now anymore, but what they used to play was just Quake all
Yeah.
the time. So I know they're just gonna drool over this.
I don't think there's a single player thing. It's
They
just
don't
sort of
need
what they
single
showed.
player.
Yeah, no, like Quake isn't about
It's
single
not like
player.
Doom.
Yeah,
No,
It's
Quake's
the
not like
opposite.
Doom. It's the
No,
opposite of Doom. Exactly.
Yeah, we've
Exactly.
talked about that too, like the difference
Uh-huh.
between them, and maybe they're honoring that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's cool.
It's the true multiplayer.
Did they
like what
announce
it's supposed
anything
to.
new for Doom?
They did, but I'm not entirely sure what.
Oh, whatever.
I didn't really watch the press
That's
conference.
fine, dude.
That's
The
okay.
Doom that we know is good enough for now.
Yeah.
It's already a great game.
Was it still all Batista?
This is all
Bethesda?
Bethesda.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Bethesda.
Batista, yeah, man.
Batista, dude.
Batista's back.
Bethesda.
All right, and then moving on to day 1 or day 0 or whatever the next day,
Day
Monday
Zero.
Okay.
at Microsoft.
Okay, I actually have interesting shit to say about Microsoft. So like for me, Microsoft the conference for Microsoft wasn't that exciting, wasn't that crazy for me personally.
Yeah.
But what I really liked was the message that they're sending is that they are done with the whole dichotomy between Xbox One, PC, and even other consoles. They don't care about that shit anymore. They want one unified platform to play games. So they're basically putting everything together. Everything that works on your computer is going to try to be working on Xbox One. Everything that works on Xbox One will try to work on their computer using the same Windows 10 framework, and furthermore, like going forward for Windows, whatever they do next.
I fucking love that idea.
Yes.
Man. It makes me very happy.
Yes.
But business-wise for them, I don't think it's a good idea. because
What do I know though, dude? They're
Yeah.
Microsoft.
why would anyone get an Xbox now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I suppose Xbox can simply be a more affordable PC in that sense. So maybe if you look at it from that perspective of like, hey, you know, like all these people, they're building like $1,000 PCs to play these games and stuff like that. But what if they could just run it on our Xbox One with the Windows 10 framework just fine,
You're right.
pay way less, but
Yeah.
yeah, they might sacrifice on some graphical and power quality, but you know, they're
If you're
getting
just
the
gonna
exact,
be gaming,
yeah, if you're just going to be gaming and you're only paying like $400, $500, you know, like
Yeah.
way less than you would for a PC.
yeah, instead of getting a whole gaming rig.
They know, dude. They know their demo. I mean, they got to know their demographic by now. They know who's gonna buy it, who's not gonna
Or
buy
they're
it.
being a little manipulative with what they're trying to send a message, you
Perhaps.
know? Maybe they're gonna do things a little differently than what we expect.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they cross-platform with other consoles, even though that seems unlikely. But I feel like
That
with the PS4,
totally
they
seems unlikely.
I feel like they're opening the doors to that slowly but surely, like with Rocket League and stuff. And they've said
true.
before that they wouldn't mind working with Sony in the future. Like
Oh, yeah,
everything's
dude.
everything's becoming more amalgamated.
They're
like,
not gonna say
everything's-
they mind.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
yeah, of course. We mind. Fuck Sony.
yeah,
Well,
they're not gonna say
no,
that,
yeah.
please.
But yeah, man, like for the most part, most of the games that they put out that they showed also coming in Windows 10,
Yeah,
which is it's awesome, man. As a PC gamer, that makes me very happy, man.
yeah.
You know, it's good to be able to play the games that I want.
Yep.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
we're really worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think, you know, even before E3 and like for a while now, I haven't really ever considered Xbox One like if I was ever to get a real console, it would be the PS4, dude. I feel like that's just a superior console.
A
this
real-
cycle.
A real console. Yeah, I
real
was just gonna
console.
say that. Poor Wii U, man. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go give
Wii
my
U's not
Wii
a
U
real
hug.
console at all, dude.
I agree, dude.
I love that black box.
I'm happy with my PS4 purchase.
Yeah, bro. I want to get it now. I was even saying it right before the break.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, fucking God of War, like all this shit.
Oh,
and
God
I
of
want to
War,
play
yeah.
Bloodborne again. I mean, I love that game. It's one of
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just
Yeah,
get
dude.
a PS4, dude. At this point,
Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, God of War, those three alone, I'm already sold. It's
like
already
sexy
great.
shit,
Yeah.
dude. Fun stuff, man.
But yeah, so they actually announced a lot of games. So I'm just gonna go down.
Go,
if
dude.
there's anyone that you guys want to particularly talk about, we will talk about it.
Sure.
But there's a lot of stuff here, starting with Forza Horizon 3,
Sure.
which is, you know, seems cool.
I told you, didn't
it's a-
I? When we were saying what we predict, it's gonna be Forza.
For
There's
sure.
got to be
Yeah,
Forza.
you did say it.
Yeah, bro. There has to be.
Like there's two lines of Forza. There's like the actual Forza games, which is more simulation, and then there's the Horizon game, which is more kind of like open world arcadey stuff.
I like that one better.
I like the simulation one better,
really?
actually. Yeah, but Horizon 3 looks good.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recore, which
What
is,
is that?
a third-person puzzle platformer sort of thing. It's like a
Whatever.
cutesy puzzle platformer that
Cute.
you're some girl. Yeah, you're some girl, and you also have a robot, and you could take the robot and turn it into different types of robots
Cute.
Okay,
and use that
Like-
to solve puzzles.
Like you
All
said,
right,
cutesy.
man.
A lot of people fucking love this game.
I'm sure.
I don't see the appeal, man. It just
Uh-huh.
looks like it seems like it has no character. So
Don't know, bro. I think everybody's just clamoring for female protagonists, and so they'll jump on anything with that
guess
kind of
so.
shit. Like that's the trend
Well,
now.
we're
yeah.
about to have the first female president of the United States.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
oh boy.
Let's not E3, boys. E3.
Yeah.
E3, dude.
Well, what was the?
Okay.
Did they talk about ukulele? Was that in the Microsoft conference? Do you remember?
I don't believe so.
You know that game though, right?
I do know that game.
That game looks
looks that yes.
That game looks like a
does look
game I
cool.
really want to play. Ukulele is like from like the people who were back in the day. They made like Banjo Kazooie and shit like that, like Conker's Bad Fur Day and stuff. Like they formed a new company like with a lot of those core people, and they kickstarted this game called Ukulele, which
Uh-huh.
is supposed to be in that vein. And they got like the original people, the original music composer of those games, which is like it's famous for its music. You know,
Sounds like they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
it seems like it's a big passion project.
It looks
yeah.
like a very big passion project. It looks like Banjo Kazooie, man. Like it
Yeah.
feels like Banjo Kazooie.
That's
It's,
what it
it's
looks like.
actually really cool to see, but it's like
Yeah.
in a modern, very sleek style. I'm
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
Sounds promising.
Yeah.
I've just thought of it with Microsoft because it's like
Yeah.
Microsoft owns Rare, right? Or
Mhm.
yeah, so-
Sort of.
sort of owns
Ish.
them, whatever,
Yeah.
subsidiary or like a little
Yeah.
nugget of theirs.
Yeah.
Nuggets.
Going down the list.
Sell for 5,000.
Dead Rising 4.
Whatever, man.
Sure. Just
Meh.
another zombie.
Another
game.
zombie game.
Yeah.
Another.
Sure. Why not?
What did I say yesterday? Dude, some more Last of Us kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
dude.
some
Sean
Last of Us
just
kinda
lost
bullshit.
it, bro.
Last of Us
Picked
kind
up
of
his
bullshit.
pitchfork and his.
Yeah.
What do you mean, dude? Last of Us
Did
is one
you-
of the best
did
games
you-
I ever played.
Did you just say Last of Us? Did you just say Last of Us?
No, dude, I love that guy, man.
That's
Too
Uh,
funny.
And then there was Scalebound.
I've heard of that before,
Yeah.
but
It's a So you are a dude, you have a dragon friend or a monster friend, and you team up with 3 other dudes that have their own dragon
Yeah.
friends, and you fight a big monster, big boss.
Okay.
It looks like some multiplayer,
Monster Hunter.
Monster
type shit?
Hunter,
I heard good
Dark
things.
Souls sort of thing. It looks cool, man.
I heard good things.
It looks cool.
I might check it out.
Sure,
for sure.
bro. Why not?
I probably won't get it.
I don't
mean,
know
I
about
don't have an
getting it,
Xbox
but
One, so well,
Also
if
on
it's
PC.
oh, it's on PC.
Fo-
bro,
follow-
For the most part,
following
man,
it a little
every
bit.
single game I'm going to say right now is also on PC.
for sure.
So
Nah,
I'm down.
sure, dude. Honestly, so far it's just like
I like that. That's
okay
another
games.
thing that I'm saying. Like also on PC, a lot of the games they talked about Minecraft a little bit. It's also cross-buy, which means if you purchase it on one platform, you're gonna have it on the other.
Oh
one
yeah,
also,
that's
Oh,
awesome.
That's
which is also very
fantastic.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whichever one of these games is gonna be getting bigger and bigger is gonna be streamed on Twitch. It's gonna be one of the
Sure.
the top 10 games being streamed on Twitch. So I'm just gonna watch
Yep.
and see what's happening, what people say about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good strat really to decide what you want to buy.
Yeah, because if the game's like not on the top 10 streams on Twitch, nobody's really playing it much. Nobody's really
Mhm.
talking about it. I don't know, why should I get it? You know.
Yeah.
Fucking Microsoft, dude.
Okay, moving on. Sea of Thieves. We talked about it.
We
did,
I
yeah.
am very hyped for that game.
That
I'm
seems cool
excited.
from everything
Yeah.
you
It
described,
does.
dude. That seems like something I would get. Like I will buy it. I love pirates, bro.
It's
if
funny,
I can
man,
name
like,
a
at the
fucking
very
ship, dude, come on.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, you see everyone standing on the ship drinking,
Oh,
like just getting drunk.
That's
my
all I
And,
God.
like
want
it
in
fucks
life,
up your
dude.
vision and stuff, and you're trying to operate a ship drunk.
Oh
like
my
it's
God.
it seems fun, man.
Okay.
It really seems like fun.
You
It's-
just got me,
yeah.
dude. You
Yeah.
got me.
Alright.
No,
you,
it seems like fun.
you got me, Em.
At this point, it sounds like just a matter of cash monies.
Bro, everything is. Dude.
Oh yeah.
State of Decay 2,
Okay.
another zombie game.
Sure.
whatever. Moving on. Halo Wars 2. Did you guys play Halo Wars?
Bro,
No.
I haven't played Halo Wars, but I heard
It's
it was
alright.
like whatever.
No,
I heard
no, it was
cool.
good.
I
It
heard the
was a good game.
story was amazing. It was Peter Jackson, right? It was a Peter Jackson game, and whatever.
No.
Yeah,
Halo Wars? Halo Wars is the RTS.
yeah.
Yeah,
Peter
Dark
Jackson worked on it, homie.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like he produced it. I mean, that's I remember that was one of their
Well,
biggest.
that's
selling
news to me,
points.
but
Hey,
cool.
homie, get your
Hey,
facts
Hey,
straight,
Holmes.
dog.
No, I mean either he was at one point and he stopped, or for
Are
the
you-
whole time.
Are you
he
thinking
was-
about the King Kong game?
No, I'm not. It's
Okay.
Halo Wars. Yeah, for sure. It's
All
Halo
right.
Wars was Peter Jackson, and like it worked. The CGI stuff worked like with Weta, as far as I know, for the game and stuff.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
Very
no, it was
interesting.
like- it
Well,
was-
that's totally news
yeah.
to me, but sure.
So this is actually interesting that they're going back to it because Halo Wars commercially was a failure,
Yes.
but critically, I mean, yeah, you could say whatever you want about it. I suppose, like if you liked it or
it
didn't.
was a
But
solid game, man.
yeah, it
was
seemed
totally
like it was
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they're going back to it. That's all. Like it's cool.
It's actually very interesting. So, new developer for this actually is Creative Assembly, which
what
is
did they do? They're familiar.
Total War Games.
That's a
Oh,
good
that sounds
sign,
great.
And do
dude.
you know who
Combination.
owns Creative Assembly?
No.
Sega.
Oh,
Sega is bringing you a Halo game.
Sega.
That's cool.
So, what a weird fucking world we live in.
Sega.
That does sound wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds really cool. Dude, the Total
Um,
War games, especially the recent one, Total War game Warhammer,
They're pretty fun, man.
fucking that shit, like top quality shit for the most part, I think.
They're really satisfying.
Yeah.
I played the very first Total War game. Was it like Rome or something in the very, very
Yes.
beginning?
Well, no, the very first one was a while ago. It was
Yeah,
like
it was like-
Shogun or whatever.
I have Shogun too. I
yeah,
have,
Shogun
like,
2
the-
is fantastic. game.
Yeah, it's so cool, dude. You're playing like as Nobunaga and
Mhm.
all
It's
this
really
and
fun,
that.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Okay. Moving on.
Nice.
Still-
That's
still-
probably honestly the most hyped one I've heard so far.
Halo Wars?
Well-
Two?
Of the Microsoft.
Oh, of the
yeah,
Microsoft?
That's the one I.
Well, we
even-
still got a few more here.
All right.
We happy few. Like
Okay,
it was
there you go.
shown.
Yeah, okay,
it was
sure.
revealed there.
Sure.
All right.
So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then we talked about that. So moving on, Tekken 7. Like that is
Okay, man.
finally fucking coming here, man. It's been
I
in
love
Japan
Tekken, dude.
arcades for like a year now, or more than a year now.
Shimizu.
Yeah, whether
Yeah.
you like it or not, it's going to be huge. I
Yeah.
mean, it's I
I mean,
Tekken
guys,
series.
like if you see the gameplay, like it looks beautiful.
I'm
man.
sure it does,
It
man.
looks very nice.
I'm sure it does.
I don't doubt it, man.
It's really
That-
hard to
I'm-
fuck that shit up, you
I'm
know?
hyped for that, especially if it's on PC, dude. I'm kind of down.
Yeah.
Maybe, bro. We'll see. I mean, at this point, I'm like counting in my head how many fucking games I got to get, and I don't know. It's going to be a give and take. Some sacrifices have to
Yeah.
be made, you know?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
You know, I
yeah,
feel like
Tekken is a sacrifice. Like I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sacrifice that for other games.
I'm
Yeah.
dividing all these games. Like I'm putting them in two different buckets. A bucket that I'm likely to buy the game, and the bucket I'm unlikely to buy the game.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just-
thought Street Fighter was gonna be kind of like my go-to game for a while, but I kind of bounced off that.
You
also.
might come back to it one day, man. Who knows?
Maybe, man.
Yeah.
You're too
maybe.
busy, bro, with all this other stuff like Overwatch. You know, how are you gonna
Yeah.
have Street Fighter in between?
That is very true, man. Overwatch is a very good game.
Yeah.
And then they also showed Mafia 3.
That sounds
So
cool.
that game seems very interesting because
Yeah.
it's the first time like it's a black protagonist, like it's the black mafia or something. I don't really understand. Like
Actually
a new
didn't see it.
oh, so like
Yeah.
the main guy is black and it's in New York. It's set in New Orleans.
That's
And
wow.
so it's like a mafia game, but it's not Italian mafia or Russian. It's like a different mafia. It's like
Huh.
an very American gangster
American
oriented.
gangsters.
Very cool.
Seems very cool.
Like an origin story of like,
yeah, perhaps
of,
so.
like African American mobs.
Yeah, maybe, dude.
Fucking cool.
The
It-
Mafia series was always like talked about well.
Yeah, no, the Mafia series is well regarded. I feel
Yeah.
like. I mean, and if it warrants like a sequel to this day and age, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
cool,
I'm
man.
sure it'll be a very interesting
Honestly,
game.
the latter half of everything we've been talking about for Microsoft is way more interesting than the first
Yes.
half. Yeah.
And the one game that gets me excited, most excited out of everything on this list, well, for Microsoft at least, Gwent.
Oh
yes, dude.
That's
Are you
what I've been
kidding
asking
me?
for. It's my favorite part of Witcher 3, and they're making an actual game out
I
of
knew
it.
it was gonna happen. I called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're balancing it. They're trying to make it like more interesting, and they're adding a whole single player aspect where you can make decisions in the single player that influence like
it's
the
gonna be a
fucking
whole
game.
game.
It's like a Gwent. And did you have you seen like the ads? They like took out entire ads on skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Like they took out entire ads of people
Dude.
playing like Gwent.
Dude, I think they're gonna. Will compete with Hearthstone.
Maybe, dude. If anything can.
Gwent's gonna compete with
I
Hearthstone.
don't think it can compete with Hearthstone.
Bro, it's gonna compete with
Let me
Hearthstone.
tell you this.
My speculation.
Let me
Okay.
tell you this. There's a lot of games right now out, like a lot of card games out right now that I see on Twitch all the time. There's Hex, there's Duelist, there's Hearthstone, there's all these like smaller things, and then there's big Hearthstone, right? But these smaller things don't have the marketing engine that is going into Gwent.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with
That's
Arik.
true.
Even if it doesn't compete with Hearthstone in the gameplay itself, like even
be
if
up
you say
there.
Hearthstone is better, or whatever you want to say, it's gonna be pushed, dude, in your face all the time. Like everybody loved Gwent in Witcher. Everybody.
Oh, yeah,
it was
dude.
it was unanimously loved.
This first time I discovered Gwent and Witcher, and I was like, "What do you mean? There's a whole card game like in the
Yeah.
game?" I told John, I said, "This is like I wish they just make a game of Gwent like outside of Witcher.
Yeah.
Like this needs to happen." And I'm just really happy that it's finally happening.
You know they have
I'm gonna play
physical
that.
cards like they give you with like collector's editions.
Oh,
You could like
nice.
make the decks and play and shit.
That's the best. That's all I ask
Yeah.
for from a card game. I just want that shit.
If it's any indication, I've put maybe 10 hours in Witcher. Like, I didn't get really far in it. 8 hours I've been playing Gwent.
yeah.
Like, it's the part of the game that
Bro,
I legitimately like most.
I
I
love
want
it.
a Gwent
I
love it.
simulator like just online, so I could just hop on like in between like a class and just play a quick Gwent game.
in between
Imagine
Hearthstone
what-
matches,
Yeah,
get a quick
yeah.
Gwent in.
In between Hearthstone, a quick Gwent. That's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. That's how
While
I
you're
mean
waiting
it's
for
gonna
your
be
friend to
competitive.
finish up his fucking
Turn?
Hearthstone.
Yeah, you multitasking
Gwent?
in Gwent.
All I
with,
know is I'm
Easy.
gonna
Hearthstone.
play it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
no.
Gwent. I'm
Yeah.
gonna play Gwent. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking master
Have
Gwent.
they said if it's a free game? Like, it should be a free game.
I don't know
right?
anything about the pricing
sure.
model, bro. Like
This
I-
is going in my likely to buy bucket, and I'm gonna be challenging all of you.
Gwent
Alright,
tourney,
you're
dude.
on.
Bro, we'll fucking cosplay as like the Witcher people. Da-da-da-da-da, and just play
Oh yeah,
that
bro.
shit,
We'll
dude.
cosplay as the Witcher people.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Who's gonna be Geralt, dude?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
The champion, whoever wins, gets to be Geralt
All right.
in the subsequent.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I want to be that redhead.
Oh, Triss Marigold.
Yeah, Triss
dude.
Marigold, dude.
All right, yeah. So for the most part, that's kind of all for the games from Microsoft. They also showed off their new. They talked about their new Scorpio.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's like a new
Scorpion?
It's like the more upgraded version of the Xbox.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like it's like
Whatever.
a more powerful Xbox.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's significantly more powerful.
Yeah,
actually.
way more
Like I don't have
powerful.
the stats on me right now, but
It's
yeah,
like
it's interesting.
Nintendo's what was it? The new thing they're making?
NX.
NX. It's like
It's-
the
Oh
equivalent.
no,
to-
Like Xbox One game. It's still an Xbox One.
Okay.
It's not a new console.
Oh, I see. It's not a whole new. Okay.
Yeah. It's just more powerful.
Sure.
I honestly give Microsoft just from all that like a straight up like solid B. They got like a B grade.
Yeah, I'd give them an A minus.
I'll give him a C.
Really? No,
dude?
the latter half of their shit really
They could
like
do
got me
better than
psyched
that.
up.
Literally, man. The I'm excited for We Happy Few. I'm excited for Sea of Thieves. Okay, maybe a B.
Gwen, dude,
Bro.
Gwen
And
like
Gwent.
already.
Bro,
out.
there's
All right,
a handful
fine.
of things you're excited for, and you have even more that they're releasing. They did a good job.
Yeah, no, that's true. And talking about like the entire unifying the console.
Yeah,
and,
man.
It-
All right, all right,
That's what
all
I
right,
mean. Like
all
the
right.
theme of their, like perhaps their
Yeah.
individual games were not as strong as other conferences, but the theme of what they're trying to accomplish as a company moving
Yeah.
forward and how they announced it, I think puts them up at like they had a solid showing. They didn't win. They had a solid showing.
I thought they were solid. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, easy B for
An
me.
A- is solid for me.
Fair enough, man.
A B is like you definite like criticisms,
Yeah,
and I wouldn't say I have really definite criticisms. There's games I'm not hyped for, which is not really criticism.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Next press conference. Very quickly, let's glance through Ubisoft.
Sure.
Not a lot of here for me.
I don't care about it. Ubisoft.
So I'm just gonna again same thing. I'm just gonna go
Sure.
down the list. They talked about Division a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not too crazy
Division's
about that.
dead.
Like they talked about some
Yeah.
DLC.
Who cares?
Doesn't
I don't-
matter at
I don't
all.
really care, guys.
Yeah,
They talked about their new game Ghost Recon,
I
which
Whatever.
seems like a third-person heist game sort of thing.
good for them.
It has potential, but you know,
Again, not for me.
not again. Yeah, not for
Yeah.
me.
This is not your place for Ubisoft news. Sorry. They talked about the fractured butthole.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
showed
South
some-
that's
Park.
big.
Yeah, which I'm interested in.
Sure,
Um,
that's one thing we're
it
very
looks funny.
hyped for. Yeah,
It looks good. It looks like another South
The
Park game.
fractured butthole.
I'm down.
Yeah, but butthole.
It's good, dude. It's good.
It's so fucking childish, but it's so good.
It's great.
I love South Park.
Yeah, of course, man.
It's great.
And they're not doing any new Assassin's Creed stuff. Like they're
they showed the trailer for the movie.
yeah, or whatever.
Like,
man.
good for them.
Yeah,
That movie looks terrible.
yeah, it does. With Michael Fassbender, right? But
He's cool though. I like
yeah,
him.
sure. But like, I like the fact that they're moving away from making it an annual series again, which is what they did for a while.
Yeah.
And they're focusing on like every 3 years a big thing, which is what made the older Assassin's Creeds that much more special.
Good point.
So you know
Because they have
what?
time to develop something
Yeah.
new, something fresh, something smart.
So perhaps them not having a strong conference now is actually a big show of faith for the future and
Yeah.
a good investment in their future, because they don't have much this year, but they didn't want to be absent, you know. So
They can bounce back, maybe.
yeah, no,
We'll
for
see.
sure, dude. And
Yeah.
and they're releasing free. Did you hear about the free game stuff? Were you going to mention that?
I was not going to mention that, but please go ahead.
It's like basically what they're doing is that every month they're gonna, for like 7 months, they're releasing like a free game on their Ubisoft platform or whatever, and they're good games. Like they're like, you know, old ones like Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, and shit like that.
Which
Like
is this month.
and just for free, like just to
Okay.
give it to you for fun. The same way EA has like the EA thing, like they have an EA like Origin free game
Yep.
every couple months.
Or like PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it's like that. So I think that's actually a very good step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Brings more people to their platform. So
It's definitely something.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good call for them.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Some other games they show: For Honor, which is a third-person hack and slash
Sure.
multiplayer thing.
Sounds
Looks
fun.
Cool. Yeah, seems fun. Totally acceptable video game.
A game called For Honor, please. I'm down with that any day.
Bless.
They showed some Watch Dogs 2, which I'm not too crazy about. Like Watch Dogs 1 was all right.
Let me tell you, dude.
They said a lot of good things about
It was
Watch
very
Dogs.
gimmicky GTA.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it is.
Oh.
Watch Dogs, to me, when it was first announced, the first one, it seemed to me to be the definition of what next gen could be.
Mm.
Everything about the trailer, about their showing, about the debut, about the narrative going in, about how everything's becoming more connected and the lines between public and private are being blurred, and the game wants to explore that. And all this shit was just so powerful and well done. And the game comes out, and like you said, I mean, it's just a gimmicky GTA with none of the depth that the trailer kind of promised, none of the graphical quality that was shown, nothing. So I'm skeptical about Watch Dogs 2, but at the same time, Assassin's Creed was a kind of like a quote unquote mediocre part of the series. Like it was the first one and kind of experimental. The second one improved on everything. So maybe that'll happen with Watch Dogs. Maybe the first
Maybe,
one was
man.
just like a trial, and this second one will just knock it out of the park. Who knows, dude? It's happened before with them. Can happen again.
It's definitely going in my unlikely to purchase.
Unlikely, yeah.
Yeah.
Unlikely unless reviews like are just phenomenal. Then maybe.
Even then, I feel like I have so many other games that are
Yeah.
priority over that.
Yeah. Guys, that's for the most part that's Ubisoft.
C
That's fine.
minus.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's just
D.
it's just a fractured butthole for me, man.
I just want to be kind to them, so I'm giving them a
fine.
C minus, dude.
Fine, a C.
But
I
yeah,
used to be a
it's-
teacher, dude, so I'm a little harsher.
yeah, for sure, bro.
A D is a D, bro. Come on.
All right, fair enough, dude.
You take away from all the A's when you give them C's, you know?
Yeah, that's true. What's
All
next
right,
on the list?
The
Ski?
next is personally my favorite press conference, Sony.
Sony won.
Yeah.
I can
Sony
tell you that
knocked it
without a
out
doubt.
of the ballpark.
Sony is an A.
Yeah.
Solid
A
A.
They had a
plus.
fantastic year. They showed a lot of really cool games.
Yep.
God of War.
Bro, God of War just, I mean,
That alone,
we talked about that.
Yeah.
That really was just impressive.
mind blowing.
The whole thing was impressive, and it was good that they're not treating it as a sideshow attraction, but rather as a main attraction, main feature of how they're going forward and how they're moving forward. You can tell they're confident in it, man.
Yeah.
It shows.
I liked God of War 3.
I loved it. I
Wasn't-
loved 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, I never played 1 and 2. I only played 3.
Oh wow.
Wasn't really too big of a fan. It was fun. It was just fun, but it
God
wasn't
of War
like
3, I would say, is their weakest one, man.
Yeah, 1 and 2
Oh,
are
okay.
like
1 and 2, like one was
amazing.
fresh, man. Like
Oh, okay.
when one came out, like it really
because they weren't
changed
only, yeah,
things.
they weren't only hack and slash games. Like the puzzles in the God of War 1
Oh,
and
yeah.
2 were very clever. They broke up the pace of all the hack and slash monotony so that you got a taste of being slow. You had to think. You had to
I
think
see.
about how you like deal with these weird Greek puzzles that dealt in like the mythology and shit. Very cool.
Oh, I guess I
Very
missed out
awesome.
on the best part of God of War, but
Yeah.
with the limited, hype I have for God of War, I was going into this one not expecting much. I was like, oh, another God of War, like,
whatever.
how good can it be? Yeah, it's probably gonna be fun, but it blew me away.
But they changed it up, man, because it
did.
doesn't seem like we were talking
Yeah.
about it. Like it doesn't seem like a God of War game.
No, it looks more Dark Soul-esque.
Yeah.
It looks more like story, like revolving, and it looks so good
Looks
visually.
really good, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like The Last of Us graphically.
Yeah.
It looks
If you
very
guys
nice,
noticed,
polished.
It looks like that, like the
Yeah.
over-the-shoulder thing with the tight
it's the
environments.
Last of Us
and
kind of bullshit, huh?
that more Last of Us kind of bullshit, dude. It's everywhere now, man.
Yeah, in a good way.
In a
yeah.
good way, yeah.
Next game that they showed was The Last Guardian, which has a huge following.
It's a huge cult following.
Yeah, huge cult following.
I don't know much about
How
that game.
come?
I don't know, dude. It's one of those like mythical things in
Like, did you
gaming,
guys
like Duke
play-
Nukem.
Oh,
It's like one of those things that people have wanted for a very long time, but
Yeah.
they always delayed, always delayed, always
It's like
delayed.
the same people that did Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Which is
So they're
like,
just
one
stubborn.
of my favorite games.
Okay.
It's Shadow of the Colossus. They also did Ico. However you
It's like an
pronounce that.
artistic game, yeah.
Yeah.
Those games are very well loved in the community,
Yeah.
and people say like those two games, Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, are the strongest arguments for how games can be art. They say those two games stand as testaments to that argument.
Sure.
So I mean,
Absolutely.
if that says anything, The Last Guardian will probably be pretty cool.
Okay.
But gameplay wise, it seems like a third person puzzle platformer. And
Okay.
you have,
But it's like
this
with
big,
monsters.
Yeah,
and
with
shit. It's
monsters
like,
and stuff,
yeah.
and you have like this big guardian that's guarding you, I guess.
sounds solid.
Yeah, it seems fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they finally have a release date and all that shit.
Yes.
So cool, good for
Sure.
them, dude.
Yeah, seems. Totally
Everyone's
cool.
very hyped for that, so I can respect their hype for it, even
Yeah.
if I don't personally share it as intimately. So
That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like now too.
And then another game that I think looks pretty great, Horizon Zero Dawn.
I posted the trailer for that on the Next
Yeah.
Level website a while ago. I honestly think that game looks phenomenal. Looks really creative and cool. It's basically like you're a female huntress, like in like what seems to be an old school clan setting, like clans, hunter gatherers and shit. But everything is futuristic. So your bow is like a
Oh, I
mechanical
remember you
bow.
mentioned this.
The dinosaurs are all like
okay.
robotic dinosaurs and shit. Like
Yeah,
and
you
you're
you
hunting
said
them
the
and stuff.
Same exact thing
Yeah,
last time.
it really looks like it's gonna be a very unique game.
Speaking of
And-
female protagonists,
Yeah, no, exactly. We were saying it earlier.
this might be the game
Aloy.
that does it well.
Yeah,
That's how
dude.
they pronounce her name weird. Aloy,
Aloy.
Aloy.
not Alloy.
Alloy.
But yeah, man, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like at one point in the trailer, she goes up to this gazelle-looking thing, fucking opens up its skull, hacks into it,
Fuck.
and then starts riding it around.
Oh,
Looks great.
Oh yeah,
into
yeah.
it?
You can hack. Yeah, you can hack into.
You have like this
Okay.
spear, like
It's
this bionic
cool,
spear
dude.
sort of thing.
Okay, that sounds really
It's
fun.
like unique, dude. They can do a lot of interesting things.
I'm down.
Yeah, no.
I'm
No,
down.
it looks totally solid.
Okay.
It seems fresh.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Um,
all right.
I'm hyped for that. I'm sufficiently hyped for that.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put this one in a bucket yet. I'm gonna hold this one off.
Good, good. I like that. That's that on the fence or
Yeah,
neutral.
I'm gonna hold on to it like in my pocket and then pull it out and take a look like in a few months.
A game that I'm pretty hyped for. That I'm pretty excited to see what they do with the Detroit Become Human,
I don't know
which
anything
is
about it.
it's a story game.
Okay.
It's did you guys play Heavy Rain?
Oh, it's
Oh,
that.
it's one of those-
stuff?
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like that
gotcha.
kind of thing. It's a David Cage game, which he's kind of known for very weird, odd storyline sort of stuff.
Mhm.
It looks cool. It looks
Sure,
like
man.
it seems like you play as a whole bunch of different characters in this near future kind of world. That there are androids also. So you play as androids and you play as humans, and you're playing as different kind of snippets of this entire big story, and all these different storylines kind of intermingle.
You know what, dude?
It seems cool,
interesting.
man. It seems
Yeah.
like they can tell a very interesting story, and I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Agreed. It's cool because you know how like we've been talking a lot in this last half. We've been saying, oh, it's another zombie game, another zombie game, another zombie game. You know what I want to see more of is that futuristic shit, like the stuff where like humans living with cyborgs and AI
Androids.
and androids and stuff like that. Like I think that's a genre that definitely deserves as much like mainstream attention as like the zombie Walking Dead and all this stuff. Like, and we have that too
We're
with like
getting
that
a lot more of
iRobot
it.
and all
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
Not iRobot. What's that? Hello Robot or something? That show that's out now.
Dude,
It's like I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever
it's like a
it
show
is.
about robots
Yeah.
and
Okay.
shit, like living in today's
Bro.
world.
you need pirates, you need zombies,
Uh-huh.
and you need robots or androids in
Yeah.
this case. That's it.
Yeah.
Those
What
are
about
the
pirate zombie androids?
exactly
Like all
And-
in one.
Yeah, exactly.
They have oh dude, there's an RTS game that came out a few years ago on PC. It's called Pirates Viking Zombies.
Yeah, I know.
Or
I've
something like
heard
that?
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard of it as well.
Totally passable, but it's a game.
Sure.
Dude, you know what I thought of just now randomly, a little bit off track? They need a Rick and Morty game.
They have
There
one,
is
bro, but
on
it's
your
like a
phone?
weird game. Yeah.
No,
Like a
no.
shitty one.
It's a good game.
Is
it's
it?
it's a Pokemon clone. It's actually very good.
Oh, you like catch and train Mortys.
Yeah,
And
different
you're
kind of
Rick, and you
Mortys.
just like they have different personalities and shit, and you fight and like the Mortys like duke it out, dude.
It's for free. You can get it on your smartphone, Android or iOS. Our guy recommended it, man.
It's like an
actually
Adult
very
Swim
good.
game. It's like
Yeah.
it's an Adult Swim game.
Use the force.
It's actually
Get my phone in my hand.
It's actually pretty good, man. Like I've been playing it on and off for a little bit.
Oh,
it's,
shit,
It's all
dude.
right.
I want to play that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like a legit, like Heavy Rain, like or whatever game you were just talking about, like that.
Sure.
Rick and Morty. You
Give
know
them
what I'm
the
saying?
Telltale, dude.
me-
That would
yeah,
be fun.
Give them the Telltale.
Yeah.
With Mr. Poopy Butthole and Mr. fucking
Yeah,
that
like-
guy Meeseeks and shit, and
Yeah,
they're like,
like you're straight up going through the story as like Rick or something, or like as Morty or whatever,
As Mr. Poopy Butthole.
or maybe you're one of like their friends, and
that's
you're like
too
with them.
funny, dude.
It would be great.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
okay,
dude.
so moving on. We're just like this list only gets better. Argue one more horror games.
Yes.
Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
It is a straight up reboot, and it looks very different from every other Resident Evil game.
More horror.
because it's first person.
Ooh, that's more horror.
It's a first person straight up horror game. It's like a
Okay.
horror survival sort of thing.
okay.
It looks terrifying. I'm
When-
probably gonna skip it. So fuck that.
When Resident Evil does horror, they do it very well.
When it's not actiony horror.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like for
Yeah.
what is it like recently? The past Resident Evil games, they've been
More
third person
action.
action.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Especially the last one, the one that you're playing as like some SWAT dude.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's bro.
I did not like that game, man. Like I actually bought it.
Let me
and
tell you
I
something,
regret
dude.
buying
A
it.
game. There are a lot of horror games where you could play like military personnel and stuff like that that are still scary. Like
Sure.
Doom was like that, and Doom 3 and all
Yeah.
that. Like it still can be scary and all that. But I think it really helps a game to be horrifying when you're just a helpless person, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That just sells it way more. And not that you're helpless, like you can't attack. Maybe you can, but you're not like a trained, fucking officer that's just like pumping out bullets like go 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 go.
You're
Like,
not
you
some
know,
crazy space marine.
Yeah.
You're some dude.
you're some dude that like found a gun and like half the time you're thinking maybe I should shoot myself instead because it's so
Yeah.
retarded. Yeah, like
That's what I was thinking when we
Yeah.
were playing Doom 3. I'm like, why can't I just shoot myself and end this misery?
dude, like too funny.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then another zombie game, Days Gone, which
That was the thing I said, right? That triggered Shahan.
yes,
Yeah,
What?
dude.
Oh,
it
Days
was
Gone, like a
yeah,
Last of
like
Us
it's the
kinda
more
bullshit.
Last of Us
Yeah.
shit.
It's basically it seems like a survival.
It seems like
zombie game,
it seems like a story-driven
person.
survival game with some like
but
cool
technically,
mechanics.
man, that game looks fucking cool.
yeah.
Like
looks great.
what they showed, there were a lot of zombies on screen.
It's like mobs, like just
Yeah,
mobs of
okay.
zombies
there
running
were
very
a
fast.
lot of moving things happening on screen.
Yeah.
and
Interesting.
By the
it
way,
looked
you could tell in
good.
the fucking trailer that like there was God mode on for sure, dude. Because there was so many zombies that you just passed by or something that just like skipped him, like didn't
Oh,
do it.
really?
And they once they got out of way of like the screen, they just never showed up again.
Oh,
so you could
interesting.
tell like at least to some
Something was
degree it
going
was
on.
like something. At least to me, it seemed like
How many zombie games
Yeah.
have we named so far? Like at least 5?
at
least
least 4
4
or
or
5,
5.
dude. Yeah,
Let-
man.
I bet Resident Evil's also a zombie.
Bro,
game.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
It usually is.
I'll tell you what.
What?
I'm gonna wait until to see which zombie game out of all of these is gonna be the best one, and I'll just end up getting that one.
Yeah.
over zombies, man.
I am too. The last zombie
never
game I
liked
played
the
that
entire zombie
I
genre.
liked, and this is so long ago, was fucking Left 4 Dead, dude. And that's it.
The
Sure.
zombie game I played was very recent, Dying Light, and it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I loved
I've
it.
heard
It
about
was
that. It looks good, man.
very well done, very fun. I was beyond impressed with it.
Yeah.
I could play it right now and have tons of fun with it.
Cool
it
shit,
was
man.
very challenging. I loved it. So
Fair enough, dude.
if any of the zombie games are that people are releasing recently nowadays are like Dying Light, it would be a very good formula.
Yep. What else we got on the Sony list, my man?
We have Spider-Man.
That I was talking to Areg about that earlier. It
Looks good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Amazing, actually, because it's
Yeah.
a totally original story by Insomniac, who are some veterans
Yeah, I
of the
was about
gaming
to say
industry
that.
and stuff. Like, it looks like it's gonna be like the old school one where you can. It's like GTA, but you're just webbing around, like doing cool shit and like stopping crime in the streets. And there's like random bosses, you know, like
Didn't Insomniac do earlier Spider-Man games?
I don't know.
I want to
don't
say they
remember.
did the first one, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. From
It's-
the very little they showed, like
It's
it
the
seemed
biggest
alright.
budget Marvel game to date.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's the biggest budget Marvel game to date, and
Is
this
that
is
really
even
a big deal though?
That's a big
Well, I
deal
mean, like,
because
what other games are they comparing? Well, what other big Marvel games?
What was the
have there
last
been?
Marvel game they did? You know,
Lego?
See,
Maybe.
Lego Marvel, yeah, probably Lego Marvel. But those are they are also doing Lego Star Wars again. Another Lego Star Wars.
Sure, man.
That's
Yeah, Lego
funny.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Lego Star Wars is a very good game. Like it's very fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played those.
I played the original.
Oh, all the Lego games are fucking fun as fuck. Like they're all of them are amazingly funny, cool, quirky, great
I bought the
games.
Lord of the Rings one.
Is it good, dude?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
Yeah.
humorous. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Good shit.
And then after that, there was a whole bunch of VR games.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's Batman Arkham VR.
Yeah,
super hot.
Sure. Yes. Well, it wasn't here.
Not on
But
Sony, but just in
Super
general.
Hot is fucking coming to VR, and
That's a
that
big one.
seems like
Super
that is
hot.
my alley, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's up the alley of VR in general.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you think VR, that's like a type of game you'd want to have on VR.
Fuck, man. Dual wielding
Yeah.
with red dudes.
No, it's
I
great.
just want to kill red dudes.
Yeah, I'm
Kill
just
those
imagining
Reds.
like one encounter, just playing out one scene with your body, trying to kill as many people, like
Yeah.
perhaps speedrunning it.
Speedrunning it in VR would be ridiculous, dude.
It'll
Radical
be
shit.
so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some very weird VR thing that they showed was Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah. I heard
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
remember
dude,
that thing?
Yo, bro,
What the fuck was that?
What do you mean, Final Fantasy 15
VR.
Oh, VR. Yeah, no, it's weird. I don't
Mhm.
really think that
It was
works.
Yeah, like, I'm not really sure what that. It seems like I don't want to say gimmick, but like a side.
Seems like they haven't
minigame.
really thought.
It seems
about
like a mini
dude.
game.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, though, I'm so hyped for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy fan there is. You know, like it's a cool game, it's a cool series, all that stuff. But like, fuck me, dude. This one just seems like it's gonna be one of the best games of this generation, man.
Bro.
It just seems so good.
I'd rather get Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts for sure. I
No
mean, I love
Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts
Hearts.
peaked this E3, huh?
Not really too much, but they released like some stuff pre E3, not for the conference, but just like in general, like more information, more trailers and shit lately. And yeah, there's like some Kingdom Hearts out and about in the world.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it, bro. Whenever it manages to come out,
yeah,
that's
Then, like,
another
they
reason I
gave-
want the
they gave-
PS4.
yeah. They gave a lot of information on Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Dude, I'm honestly down.
Who's naming this
I'm
shit?
down to play those like those Kingdom Hearts like compilations so that I could be caught up with
Yeah.
all this shit after this long.
Apparently,
dude.
they're pretty good, man.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, there
there's
is a bunch.
There's like 1.5 and 2.5, and now 2.8.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
I don't know.
Good for them.
Yeah. And then they also showed Lego Star Wars. There was like an entire VR block. It was just like a whole bunch of games that they showed back to back.
Yeah.
And then they showed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. It was
You
the-
said you liked it. I mean, I thought it just
I
looked
thought it
like
looked-
more BS.
No, I mean it looks like a Call of Duty game. It looks like
Yeah.
a very solid Call of Duty game. Like I'm probably not gonna get it. I don't have like
my
that
little
biggest
cousin's
interest.
gonna get it.
Oh no, for sure.
Yep.
No, dude, like it looks good. Like it started off inside of a spaceship, so it's like a first
Yeah,
person
yeah.
fighter pilot in space. Like that looks cool.
And then you actually go out in space and fight in like the
Yeah.
no gravity.
Yep.
Like
and
just
you have
fight-
a grappling hook.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That thing seems cool.
It's cool. It looks interesting and fun and cool, but like fuck me, bro. Like Call of Duty, just
another
like
Call of Duty
stop.
game.
That
Just
sounds
stop.
like Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
If Call of Duty were to evolve into more of like an Unreal Tournament-esque type of match or shooting game,
Sure.
I'd be way more down for that.
yeah.
So faster paced, more shit like space, low gravity kind of fun stuff, cooler maps, futuristic shit. I'm
Bro, but
down
like-
with that. Faster pace though,
I
and
mean,
like real smooth, like
I got
Quake
Overwatch, dude.
style. You know,
I don't know.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
No more shooters for me. Overwatch
Exactly,
is
man, like-
totally fine.
Yeah, I have my shooter.
I have my shooter for now.
I'll be the
For a
shooter
long
guy
time.
out of the three of us. Then I'm still up for like a really good
Yeah.
shooter. If it comes out, I'm totally open to it.
I'm up for more roguelikes, so please
sure.
send those my way.
For sure.
Um,
we happy few, dude.
Yeah, we happy few. I hope it's good, man.
I wonder if it's gonna be multiplayer, dude.
That would be interesting.
I want to say it's not, but
Seven
I know,
Seven
man?
Days to Die has all multiplayer, so they might. It's possible.
it's not 7 Days to Die, man.
I know,
I don't
dude,
think that's
it's
a fair
not.
comparison. Like, yeah, it's similar in some ways, but it is a
Dude,
different game.
It's similar in a lot of ways, man.
Is it a roguelike? Is 7 Days to Die a roguelike?
Bro, when you say roguelike, I mean, there's different servers with the map being
See,
different. Yeah.
It's We Happy Few is not a multiplayer game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If there's gonna be a multiplayer element or not, I'm very curious. Are you sure?
I can tell you right now, definitely. Let's go to the
I mean,
Steam
there-
page.
Maybe there isn't one that we know of yet, but like by the time the game's finished, because it's just alpha, it's just entering alpha.
It is. Yeah, it is only early access, right? That's coming out.
Yeah, man.
So
I mean, there's only so much they could do with single player. Like, are they really going to be developing the single player for 3 years?
maybe,
You know,
dude.
all the early access games I've seen that last for years of development are all revolving around making multiplayer better.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
When you're working on a single player early access game, those tend to finish way quicker than the multiplayer ones.
Perhaps so, man. I
How
don't
many
know.
hours have you spent in Binding of Isaac? That's
Me?
also a single player game.
Me? Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't discredit it just because it's a single player
it's a
game.
good number.
Like, I've
it's a
played.
fucking
Yeah,
large
I've
number, dude.
played. I've spent plenty of time in single player games.
I
Just
have.
because it's not multiplayer, it doesn't mean.
No, I'm not saying I'm not going to
It's a
spend
lesser
time with
game.
it. No, that's not what I mean at all. No. It's fine if it's just single player.
Yeah, it seems like it's only single player. Like, I'm looking at different sources and.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
fine.
saying it's criticism if it doesn't have multiplayer. I'm just wondering because I could see the potential of there being multiplayer.
Mm.
Like I could definitely see other players also being running around in that type of.
It would be
world.
interesting. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm down, dude. It seems just like
Yeah,
a cool
it seems
game.
cool.
Seems like a promising. It seems like it has potential, and we'll see
It
if it
does.
lives up to it.
The concept behind it is
Yeah.
definitely fantastic.
Cool, unique.
And then Sony ended their conference with their press conference with Death Stranding.
We
which is
talked
the
about that.
Kojima's
Yeah.
game,
Okay.
which we talked about.
By the way, their conference was baller. They had a fucking live orchestra, like literally playing the entire time, like through the trailers and everything. It was
Mhm.
like all live orchestra.
That's
Like,
gangster.
Like imagine you're
They put
Kojima
together
walking
a
out to
very
an
good
orchestra,
show.
dude. Like
Yeah, they put together a very good show.
they did. It was all theatrical, but at the same time juxtaposing all that theatricality to just the raw games, dude. Just a massive amount of games, you know. So earlier when you guys were saying, you know, maybe EA they only focused on Battlefield 1 and that was okay. But then you look at Sony and they just went off the wall with everything, dude. They just like pumped them out. And
They did it really
they
well.
didn't
yeah.
really suffer for it. Like I said, I think they won, and I give them an A.
You're right.
Straight A.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Sony had the strongest press conference.
Get hype.
Get hype.
Yeah, man. So that kind of does it for all the press conferences.
And then Nintendo did their treehouse.
Oh yeah, and then Nintendo did their live stream, which was for the most part Zelda.
They had a little bit
which-
of Pokemon.
Well, yeah,
Which
they
is
had
cool.
a little
Oh,
bit of Pokemon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah.
Cool, man. Four free for all battles in Pokemon now they're adding.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
Cool.
cool. And they released some new Pokemon like footage of like some of the new creatures and shit.
I'm throwing
Chillin'.
that in the likely bang bucket.
Oh, I'm getting it for
really?
sure, dude. Yeah.
I mean,
of
John's
course,
gonna
day
get
one.
it, and I mean it's tradition, dude. I always get the other
Sure.
version of it,
Fair enough.
so we'll probably. End
This
up-
is like a new generation in Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
new
Okay,
generation
cool.
completely. Yeah,
I
and
mean,
there's
bro.
4 islands, like 4 big islands based on
Ooh.
Hawaii and shit. Like,
Cool.
I'm
just
just.
cool.
I have the 3DS. I might as well just play it.
Yeah, man. I have a 3DS also,
Yeah.
and it's kind of been collecting dust. So
maybe,
might as well.
dude.
I'll
But
sell
yeah.
all my other Nintendo games and pick
There
up
you
Sun
go.
and Moon instead.
All I'm telling you though is like they focus so much on Zelda, and that's all they needed to focus on, dude. Really, like that's it. And maybe they might even say more stuff later. I don't know, but right now that Zelda game is just looking too hot for fucking
Yeah.
words, dude. Like probably the like even if I think Sony won the conference, I think Zelda was the best game that I saw.
out of the raw games, yeah, it was up
I
there
think
for
it was
sure.
the best
in the
game,
top
yeah.
5 in
Cool.
my mind as
Yeah.
well. But that's why I brought up replayability because
Yeah.
it was pretty much the only game Nintendo brought to the table that was like that big. I hope it has pretty good replayability.
I hope so, man.
And then one other game that kind of popped out at me that I thought was super interesting. This wasn't at a press conference, but it's something that I found interesting was the Friday the 13th game.
I didn't.
Did you guys see anything of that?
I only saw that it was
Alright, you'll enjoy
mentioned.
it.
I'm sure I would. Is it more horror-esque or?
It's a multiplayer game.
Oh, okay.
It's a asynchronous multiplayer. So one person plays as Jason,
Okay.
and everyone else plays as the people in the cabin. the
That
people in the
sounds
woods.
fun.
And so
I
Jason is
like
basically hunting people down, and the people are trying to figure out where Jason is. They're trying to stick together for safety, and they're trying to call the cops on Jason.
that. Okay.
So if Jason kills everyone before the cops show up, he wins. If the cops come and they corner Jason, then the kids win.
That sounds like my style of
Um,
game. I love that,
That sounds
shit.
fun, dude.
Fucking flanking
seems-
strategy, map positioning, sneaking around. I
Yeah.
love it.
It seems terrifying for the people,
Oh,
for
yeah.
the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jason's probably like,
Oh yeah. No, oh yeah. Like Jason, you have the ability to like teleport around the map. So you can what they showed. It was sort of jank, but again, like it's very early. Just to give an idea of like what it's capable of.
I'll watch.
Um,
I'll watch a few things.
But yeah, it's like
clips.
definitely Arik, I recommend you check it out.
Okay.
It's cool.
I believe
It's
it. Yeah.
yeah. I'm always a fan of that kind of asynchronous multiplayer.
Me too.
Yeah. It's fun. Like I wish Evolve was better.
Yeah, man.
Evolve was just a failure
Unfortunately.
in so
Yeah.
many ways.
I was very hyped, but
Who knows,
a
man?
letdown. But it's
Maybe
okay.
this will be like a nice little tiding over until another game that's way better
Yeah.
of this kind.
All right, so if we have to end on one game that each of us are personally most hyped for, I say for me, Sea of Thieves.
Zelda, bro.
God of-
Zelda?
Zelda without a single doubt in my mind. Zelda all the way. Like I
Wow.
didn't think I would be this obsessed with it, but I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
God,
good.
God of War.
Wow.
Very
So
nice.
We're not agreeing on.
But you
well,
know what?
I mean,
It
both of
doesn't-
those games seem fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think it's even about agreement or disagreement. I think it's actually goes to show the strength of this E3 that we
Yeah.
all have something
Yeah.
that we're really into, and then on top of that, like a little sub umbrella of other shit that we all are looking forward
Yeah.
to overlapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like this is a really good E3, guys.
I have yet
Yeah.
to see Sea of Thieves trailer, so
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd agree with that being a
You
topic.
should make yourself onto our website because it will be up there.
Of course, I shall.
Nextlevel.com.
Oh yeah,
have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay.
In
Yeah,
fact,
it's
I've
a
been
pretty good
posting.
site.
I've been
Yeah.
posting some trailers on it recently.
Oh, shit. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it for today.
is.
That was E3.
Check out our
um,
trailers.
Yeah, I mean, E3 is still going on, so maybe next week we'll have some more new stuff to
Maybe
say.
retroactive, looking
Yeah,
back, and just
looking
kind of
back
final
and-
thoughts, concluding
Exactly.
thoughts.
More
Yeah.
gameplay videos, maybe.
Perhaps.
Adding a whole
Yeah.
gameplay section for videos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right. Okay, boys. Well, if listeners, if you guys have any questions for us, mail at thenextlevel.com is where you can send them to.
Have
Hey,
a good
boys.
one.
Good night.
Bye bye.